be a backup plan, a boring page in the book of man. I got one life, I got one shot, I'll take my chance. Chips on the table, let's go risk it all. I'm not afraid of the road so far. You got one life, you got one shot, so take the chance. You got one life, you got one shot, so take the chance. You got one life, you got one shot, so take the chance. Boom! Chasing you is like chasing the moon. I'll be chasing forever, trying to get to you. In between my darkest days and nights, I don't see you and it don't feel right. It's like I've somewhere lost myself in you, and I can't seem to get it back.
Hey, hello, my lovable misfits. How y'all doing this Sunday morning, about to be Sunday afternoon? I am here with the Batman.
Don't want me, Miss Maddie. Don't want me.
And Mitch, who's still trying to wake up because morning suck.
My underpants runneth over. My cock runneth over. Not my underpants. My underpants runneth water. Well, okay, it was off Addy. Oh, you were.
You can't be echoing off me because I have a headset on.
That's what I keep saying. Hold on, Maddie. Make no sound.
Alright, I know how. Yeah, I know how to fix that. Hold on. Doot 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 doot. Turn up the sensitivity. Alright, that should help.
Hashtag IR sensitive.
Yay! Okay, I'm not echoing anymore.
Good early afternoon.
Alright, cool. Oh, here we go again.
I are really quiet again.
All right, well, let me turn you up to 150 because last weekend you were louder than me.
Yeah, it was.
So yeah, that was fun. So we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna come back over here.
Fun, quite wrongly. Buddy, queen of
All right.
I'm glad I'm a teacher.
Now I got to come over here. All right, now.
Still getting an echo.
Jesus. Okay.
And we sound like we're in a tin can. See. Get these problems with you.
I don't get these problems. I don't get these problems. I don't get it either. All right. Okay, live chat. Let's see here. No, because I didn't. All right, that's that part.
Why is there smoke coming out of Mitch's ears? Those aren't my ears. What? That doesn't make sense.
All right, let me click on this and see if it lets me do
Click
this.
on here.
Because it worked last week. Now this week it's back to being a pain in the butt.
I was being polite. I was making words up for like taboo bodily parts. The pain in the crap factory.
It worked last week. Now this week
That's
it's back
better.
to being a pain in the
Okay. Wait. Hold on a minute. Pain in the booty hole.
Alright, yeah.
Big or small?
It's a little.
That's another thing I'd do if I had a time machine, Mitch. Empty your shitter? No, I'd go back in time and I would make sure that they actually named a certain planet. Instead of calling it Uranus, it was called Eureka. Huh. Franklin?
Yeah, you do sound like you're in a frickin' tin can, and I don't understand why that's happening at the moment.
Oh, maybe we're processing too many things. I have no idea.
Me either.
But I'll tell you this: it's informing my decision about using StreamYard for.
You are a biological life form. You are
It
eternal.
would, it would. Oh. Yeah, we're gonna have to put up with the tin can because I don't understand. I do not understand what is going on. Okay.
Follow your thought, apparently, according to Money's accent.
I am confused and perplexed even. Okay,
All IKEA.
Shut up. Alright.
You will eat those bugs disguised as meatballs.
Alright, okay.
What?
Yeah.
Apparently, IKEA is trying to push the eat bugs thing.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
Yep.
Of course they are.
Yeah.
Because why not?
Ground bug meatballs.
Yuck. I'll pass. Okay, everything else is working. So the tin can thing is going to have to stay because, I don't know, it might add to the ambiance. We are listening to old time radio shows.
We will see.
I mean, so you guys will sound like you're a part of the show. I won't.
Say, you let the dame in here.
Right? Alright, so first thing on the agenda today is an Old West story, as you can see up here. Gunsmoke, Episode 1, Billy the Kid.
Actually, this episode was really entitled Willie the Goat.
Let me just go a bit
Around Dodge City,
Alright.
in the territory
Yeah,
of the West,
technology.
there's just one way to handle the killers and the spoilers, and that's with a U.S. Marshal and the smell of guns.
And an Apache gunship. They showed it to Gunsmoke and not about a religious one who got some bad guys out of Gunsmoke.
Wow. Okay, no.
Okay, that was shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was bad, even for you.
Gunsmoke,
Yeah, that
the
was.
story of the violence that moved west with young America. The story of a man who moved with it.
This guy sounds
Matt Dillon,
enthusiastic.
United
Mhm.
States Marshal.
Mm-mm.
Already.
Oh,
Wanted
Lord.
for murder,
Wanted for murder,
Clay Richards.
Clay Richards.
Well,
Age 31.
Want to commit the murder though.
Height
Then
6
we'll look
feet.
for somebody else.
Eyes brown. Hair red.
Eyes brown, hair
Hair
red. Hey,
Eyes.
how'd you like me to print
yes.
his picture on these notices? I got a woodcut. Well, let me show you. Ernie! Bet you Marshall a copy of that front page. Interviewing Clay's wife yesterday, I noticed a tintype on the mantel. Their wedding photograph.
Hey,
So,
leave Clay's wife
first
alone.
thing you know,
No, he's
I
only
sniffed.
interviewing her.
Very thought.
Yeah,
She's got a
I'll
tin
take
type.
her. And then I
Yeah,
propped it up in
Mark,
front of
you
me
get
and
oil
carved
glass.
me this woodcut. Ain't she prime? Ain't she just elegant? Real
Ain't she
elegant?
just
Good
prime?
likeness, don't you
Well, what
think?
the hell?
Of course, he was 7 or 8 years younger.
She's got two holes.
Yeah, it's a good likeness. Doesn't show what makes a law-abiding man like him try to rob a bank. Doesn't look like a man who murdered an old cashier and a Chinese cook who just happened to be
Sweat
there.
it over it, though.
But it's a good likeness.
Yes, it is. A picture like this sure dresses up the front page, don't it?
Yeah, it's a little masterpiece, Mr. Hightower, and notable
I'm not lighting up
contribution to
anymore.
the culture of Dodge.
I know.
Nope.
Well,
It's
thank you,
stopped.
Marshal. Does fetch the eye, don't it?
But
I'm
we
printing an
like
extra
it.
500 copies of the weekly, and I bet I sell them all. Too bad the cashier's
Pretty
shot
good.
went wide.
Yeah.
Yes.
If he'd managed to kill Clay or even wing him, why, I bet I could sell 1,000 extra copies.
Oh,
We must be
David.
thankful for the blessings we do receive, Mr. Hightower.
Oh, I am, Marshal, I am.
All right, let
I
me
just
turn
poured
down
that
the radio
yesterday
show then,
afternoon. I
because the
didn't
radio
know
show
what
usually
else
comes
I
in
don't
loud.
think that was, and then, like manna from heaven, 2 murders
I know
and
what the
bank
issue
robbery.
is.
What?
Attempted bank robbery, Mr. Hightower. He
It's
turned
streaming
and
to
ran before he
Discord
got his hands on so
and
much as
streaming
a
to
dollar. Still as you
YouTube and
say.
whatnot all at the same time.
I'm talking business.
I'm pretty sure.
Possibly.
Well, we did this like that last week, and the only thing we had to do was turn you down because you were too loud.
Yeah, I totally
Yeah,
get it.
print Clay's picture on those
That's
notes,
'cause
Mr.
Mitch is a loud
Hightower.
mouth.
Oh, where were we?
Eyes brown, hair red.
Oh, yes. Also known as Red, Bricktop, and Saw.
Eyes red, hair brown.
He didn't answer to No other nicknames, did he?
No, that's what they call him.
All right, then in big letters, $400 reward.
Yeah, I remember
Dead.
going to an old-time western bar once. Walked into
And
the
at the
bar,
bottom,
and
apply Matt Dillon.
yeah,
Marshall.
the guy behind the bar asked him a
Print 200
question, and
copies.
he,
How soon,
yeah,
Kay? I send
he
Chester
slapped
over
me in
for
the
him.
eye.
This afternoon.
Wow.
Good morning, Mr. Hightower.
A friend wanted to ask him. I wanted to immerse myself in the ambience, so I went over and said 4 fingers of red eye.
Think those posters will do any good? Richards is probably over the line into Oklahoma or Colorado by now. That strawberry roan of his is the fastest in the county.
He has no money. He panicked and ran out of the bank before he got a penny. I think he'll try to get help from his wife or brother or a friend the first
Oh,
chance he
God.
has, maybe tonight. I say he's around here somewhere.
He's around where?
Let's be serious. There probably is such a thing.
Where is here and how is he around it? What?
Why, that's all right, Mr. Dillon.
Really
Out all night with a posse, no sleep, man.
No, it's not that. It's the way. It's the way people use a thing like this. The men riding posse last night, they enjoyed it as though they were hunting fox
Badger
or
who lives
possum.
outdoors and
Hightower back there, he acts like it was a
Florida
birthday
State
treat,
Colts,
specially gotten up for him.
can hardly hear me.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, because I'm actually watching the chat from OBS.
What was it
Yeah.
you wanted to tell me?
So I don't know what's going on because I've got you guys turned up all the way.
Locked up in the cell. We run away from home back in Cottonwood. Ed Slade turned him over to him.
It's like-
It's
like-
kid about 12 years old. Widow woman, Miss Bonnie. She runs a boarding house in Cottonwood. Ed says kid's always running away.
I don't get it. 1 week, all I had to do was turn Mitch down and we were fine. This week, it's like, the fuck is going on here?
So he told the kid he'd help him and then turn him over to us.
All right, we'll send a telegram to the mother to come fetch you.
I doubt it.
Well, come on in, Chester, and shut the door. You're letting in every horse fly in Kansas.
Come on in, Chester.
You better cancel the order for them notices.
Mitch, you still around?
The Dutchman's coming up
Yep.
the street.
Okay.
And he's leaving a strawberry roan and
Yeah, I was
Clay
going to stop
Richards
talking
is
with a
raced
stick
across
there.
his back.
Like a sack of wheat across the saddle.
Like a sack of...
Last time I saw him, 2 days ago. He was standing
looked
at
like
the
a sack
bar,
of
laughing his
potatoes
head
then.
off.
Right?
A sack of wheat across the
Excellent
saddle.
disguises.
And followed by
Right.
half the saloon bums and loafers in town. All right, Chester,
on.
make him keep back.
All right, now stand back, you fellas. Come on now, back. Stand back.
Ziegler? How did it
All
happen,
right,
Ziegler?
yeah. The show's too
old Billy
loud.
goat, he pushes open the fence last night and runs away.
Forget your goat. What about
What the
Clay?
fuck kind of accent is that?
I don't know.
This morning I go to look for a goat. I walk
I
to the
think
hill.
it's supposed to be Mexican.
If he's looking for a goat, he might be Welsh.
He sits there.
No, that's
I
sheep.
say, hello, Clay.
Six of one, half dozen of another.
No, it's goat, so it's probably Mexican.
Clay was your best friend. He helped you buy your farm, so you killed him for the
Now, how far away from the microphone is that guy?
Right?
Not far enough.
No, my brother, he was like, we was in the war together. But listen.
Closer to the wheel.
Sounds like he's trying to Mexican, but is trapped halfway between Spain and
Clay is
Italy.
dead already when I find him. I don't
With a bit
even
of
hold him.
Pakistani thrown in.
Inside.
Hey.
Probably trapped somewhere between Utah and Hollywood.
And the planet of the apes.
I will not tolerate a disturbance. You know me.
In the force.
Works for the Jedi.
Chester, take his leg.
My name is Luke Flystalker.
Luke Flyswatter.
Honest.
Take more water.
What'd you do with Clay's gun? His holster's empty.
Gun. Clay he ain't got it. I don't even own one.
Chester, see if it slipped out.
His holster was empty coming up the street. First thing I noticed. Maybe it's over on the... Another customer? Why, that's 3 in less than a
Other
day.
customers, what, was somebody getting a haircut there?
No,
My
I
fees this month will keep me in
think that's the
luxury.
local undertaker.
Doc, I want to have an inquest as soon as possible.
As
That's
soon
a
as I
really
finish the autopsy,
close shave then.
shouldn't take long. The
Hey,
practice
would it
I've had
surprise
this week,
you?
A lot of violence in the Old West. Would it surprise you if the local undertaker was secretly
lacing the beverages in the saloon with PCP or something similar.
I could see that happening.
Yeah, Marshal, tell the city fathers I'd like to make a deal when the corpses are as famous as...
Wait, the city harlot?
Apparently.
Now I have to turn you down because I figured out what happened.
Oh, groovy.
No, don't turn us down. Badger can hear us. I feel sorry for you, Badger.
Ziegler, where is it you met Clay on the river?
By the fort. This side by the fort.
Right out there, Chester.
Too many buttons, sliders, and gizmo fuckers to deal
No,
with.
what happened was I didn't check all the settings in OBS. Let me pause this so I'm not doing the non-heckling thing over the heckling thing.
Yeah.
What happened was I had to go back into OBS because it put everything back to default settings, including the output for the audio and the input for my mic. So I had to go in the settings and switch it all back to my headset in order for you guys to be heard. That's what the problem was. It was the only thing.
Seven-layer motherfucker.
Yeah.
Wow. Why do you sound like the YouTube version of Star Trek Voyager right now with all the techno bubble?
I don't know. I don't know.
But,
Nope,
but apparently this guy had to meet the other guy by the Ford. Unfortunately, the Ford had been driven away.
Alright, here we go. We're back to business. Now all I have to do is put a fucking sticky note on my laptop going, check settings, stupid.
No. Couldn't do such a thing. I am a human being.
To a peace officer, Ziegler.
I am a human being.
But whether you did it or not, we decided at your trial. In the meantime, you just stop yammering about it.
Stop yammering about
Even when
it.
I shoot somebody,
Yammer,
I stand
yammer,
trial
yammer,
if they
yammer,
find
yammer.
it's justifiable homicide. They probably will.
Echo, 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 echo.
And if not,
please, I am permitted to go now.
Go. Are you crazy?
Okay, now I can turn this down.
Found the stock I must look after.
Because I can
You
hear
sit
you
right
okay
down. You want to
through
be
the-
lynched? You're
through
trying
the
to get
tablet
yourself
now.
murdered?
Okay.
Have you forgotten about Clay's brother, Adam?
Yeah, that's what I figured. Now I need to turn them down because they're too loud.
His brother's been killed. Everybody's looking for him to do something about it, and he knows it.
Let's go down to about 100.
Guess what? He's one of them saloons
Alright, now I'm
lapping
gonna turn
up
him down to
courage
about
to come in
100.
here and ask me to give
Alright,
you to
here
him
we
for
go.
a present.
See if
You
that's
want to know
okay.
who's with him?
Can you hear me now, mother?
Slob in town. Slapping him on the back and telling him what a shame it is.
Alright.
Taking him on to kill you so that they can have some excitement and some
Yep, I gotta put
fun.
another sticky note going. Check settings, stupid.
Maybe you deserve killing, but it's my job to uphold the law, and I'm not letting you
At
out of
least
here.
I figured out what the problem
You might
was.
spend
It's the
your
only
time
thing I
trying
hadn't
to think
checked
up
yet.
a better story.
Right.
That is, if you intend to stay in
Isn't this
How boring is Gunsmoke if we're talking about the settings in fucking OBS?
Isn't this racial profiling?
Yeah.
You've got the Mexican there, so
Who's this racist against? OBS? What are you talking
Yeah.
about?
He's talking about the Mexican that's in the show that they can't get the accent right.
Then it's if they can't get the accent right, how do you know it's a Mexican they're trying to be?
because he's got a label on him.
Come over here, son.
You can't read a label on a radio show.
You can with my X-ray vision. Oh shit, I'm not Superman, am I?
Nope.
Hold on, I'll be back in a minute.
Guilty.
I knowed you right off.
Alright.
You just pointed out to me one day back home.
Oh no, it's a little kid. Jesus.
That's not a kid, it's a midget on helium.
Wouldn't be awful interested to hear that, I'm afraid.
Feller says you was faster than older. Faster than Wild Bill Hickok in Hayes City and
Oh,
Fatty
that
Masterson or
sounds
any of
like an old lady
How
on
many fellas
speed.
you killed?
You don't keep score, son. It's something you try to forget.
I'm not
Gee golly whiz, mister.
Someday I'll be famous like you, and for every filler I kill, I'll put a notch
Okay.
on my gun.
No, you can't just go around killing fellers.
No,
like
you
that.
just can't do
Why
it.
don't you run away from home, bub?
There's a shortage,
You know your
goddammit.
mother's likely
Right?
to worry about you.
Oh, she won't worry. She's too busy working.
Kill his
You ain't gonna
first
make me
man
go
when he
back,
was
are you? You
11.
wouldn't do that, would you? Because it
Well,
wouldn't stop me for long. I'd only run away
his
again.
best man.
where are you off to in such a
Yep.
sweat?
Oh, Texas, California, Mexico.
I don't know. I
I
make
can
this shit up
accomplish
as I go.
things there, not like living in old Cottonwood.
That's all we
You
do.
let me go. Someday when I'm famous, you can tell people you
Oh,
can
that's
get
okay.
me.
That's okay.
That's
That
small.
helps us get the audio right.
well,
That way
that's
I
pretty
can remember
strong
where this shit is for next time. I have to write this down on
Yeah.
the clipboard.
Think about it for a while. And
No,
look
you weren't
here,
picking,
while I'm making up
nitpicking
my mind,
Greek.
I want to get Word of a man who'll be
Green,
famous
give out.
someday that,
Green budget.
He won't try to run
You,
away from me.
Helping.
Otherwise, I'll have to have just to lock you up again.
I'll shake on that.
Good, good.
Okay,
Hey, Chester.
So,
I want you to go
this
look
kid's
at Clay's
gonna get
gun.
all the rest of a shaken
And
baby.
on the way, stop off and send that telegram. You know? Oh, that telegram.
I'll be
Oh,
there in
that
2
telegram.
seconds, little baby.
I'll
Where's
get that.
Ziegler?
Right.
Here,
All right,
shake this.
Chester.
What is it? Nitroglycerine.
Yes,
But wait till I'm way over there before you start.
Right, like clear across the
there
county.
you are, you
Just
Not a
in case.
single step further.
Not a
Some people
single
like their
step
I
further,
wanted to.
or I'm shaking this
He
bottle.
murdered Clay, shot him down without giving him a chance.
That reminds me that
How do
the
you
line
know?
from.
Because Clay wouldn't have let
That's
anyone
not
catch him
true.
off guard except a friend.
Don't you dare harm a hair on her head! So he reaches forward and
Not
plucks a
killing
single
Jimmy,
hair from
that
the guy's head.
Dutchman.
Try to take it.
Just like that.
It's like that.
It's like that.
And
It's like
true
what?
The
I missed
fellas
it.
say you made a deal with the Dutchman to give him the reward and protect him if he'd kill Clay for you.
That was the
Oh.
deal, was it?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
fellas say
Yeah.
why
That
I'd
was the
make
deal.
such a deal?
Yeah, wait.
Well, and it
I'm
ain't
up
no longer a
against
secret
the
around town that you and Francie want each other. But Clay was in the way. You had him killed so you could get his wife. Do you deny it?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Nope.
You serve as well as
Yeah,
any
I
other
deny it.
crazy
I'm straight.
story.
What?
Besides, Clay was gay.
You think you're safe behind that star, don't you? Well, Clay had friends, lots of them. I'm coming back with them friends, and we'll get the Dutchman and you and anyone else who tries to stop us.
Shoot him now.
Possible.
How can he be sane? He's behind a star.
Yeah. You wait.
Yeah, last time I checked, them things were huge.
Yeah,
They,
I'm
they,
right.
did they break for intermission on us?
Nope.
I almost seen something pretty just then, didn't I, Mr. Dillon?
I'm showing extreme pause.
Almost.
Yep.
I don't know that.
You've
I know
minimized
this
your
guy.
application, Maddie.
Oh shit, sorry. There you go. That's one. That's one. I'm glad we don't make a drinking game out of this every Sunday, because I'd have a lot of
We will
people in the
return
chat
to the
drunk.
second act of Gunsmoke in just a moment, but first, many radio shows win high popularity with the prizes and cash they give away.
Gunsmoke
But there's
is brought
one
to you
show that's
by
tops
Silver
because
Bullets.
the head man gives away as
Because
little as
the Lone
possible.
Range is
What
a
other
much
radio
better show.
program could it be
Right?
but the Jack
Buy
Benny
your Silver
Show? So
Bullets
be
today.
listening. Here's the second act of Gunsmoke.
We mean the horse.
Before we play the second act of Gunsmoke, Mitch, put your link in the chat and tell them where they can find you and what you do on your Rumble channel.
Oh, Jesus, yeah. Where is my...
Is that not it behind you?
I mean,
have
you
no
know,
idea.
segues and shit.
Segways are for children. I don't know. Yeah, that's my link in the chat to my Rumble channel where I review movies and do editorials and opinion pieces and occasionally news stories as well.
There we
Don't
go.
worry. They're all labeled and I keep my fluids separate. No. Medications.
Right.
And,
I
and, why,
don't- I don't drink and drive.
Eh.
while you're here, why don't you go and buy a packet of Thunbergs, the environmentally friendly tobacco?
Oh, I will be adding a little bit of gaming as well.
Okay, cool.
Thunberg, the environmentally friendly tobacco.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Is it my imagination, or does Greta Thunberg look like the illegitimate child of Amy Schumer and the Swedish Chef?
Oh my god.
Yes.
Now I can't unsee it, thanks.
Yeah, Thunberg, the environmentally friendly tobacco. It doesn't pollute the environment. It doesn't give you cancer or heart disease.
No,
That's
but it
because
irritates the hell out of you.
No, it doesn't even do that because you can't light it.
Oh god.
It's
Alright.
fireproof.
Alright, back to Act 2 of Billy the Kid from Gunsmoke.
Did you see Gunsmoke?
Yes, Gunsmoke.
Gunsmoke.
Son?
I gotta change that in
You
Discord.
say something, Mr. Dillon?
Yeah, open that drawer in front of you there. You'll find
Whoa,
a small
what?
bottle
It's
of
gonna
oil.
put his drawers
No,
in
no,
front of the
one
kid.
right there. Yeah,
Kid, get out of my
Bring a little
drawers.
brush
You don't
too.
know what's hiding in there.
Oh my god, how lewd.
Thanks, bub.
It's a snake!
Yeah, it's not bad, but a little stiff, just a little.
A little stiff?
Don't we have a trigger?
Get that kid out of there.
I never seen one
Right?
without a trigger.
This isn't
Oh,
the
you
show for
remove
that
the
kid.
trigger
What is this,
or
a modern
tie it
school?
back against the guard. And all you have to do is, my hammer.
Yes.
Yeah, like Yeah,
Gunsmoke
it's
brought to
faster.
you by Storytime,
Yeah, that's better now.
by Drag Queen Storytime.
I remember that.
What in the world for?
Well, I remember everything you told me.
Oh,
About the
he remembers
Texas
everything.
holster and the spring
Boy,
holster and the
mine
double
like us.
roll and filing off the sight.
Kid's got a mind like a steel trap. Right.
I went to the store first and asked Mr. Denton what
Just
kind
don't
of
let him
ammunition
draw that
he
stiff
could
thing out.
buy, and he
You have
told
to
me
leave the
Clay
room,
had a
kid.
Double action 44. I scarred that riverbank a half mile each way from the ford, and
He
not a
scarred
sign
the
of-
riverbank.
I got that telegram off.
We did get a
Knew
knife
who ought
out,
to be here
just
pretty
drag it
soon.
around the
Only
bank of the
7, 8
river.
miles from
Yeah.
here.
Is that fire in town?
Funeral services for Mr. Grinnell, the
Is that like
cashier.
a fire in town?
So
What the hell?
soon?
It's awful hot weather.
What?
Yeah.
Why can I hear an ice cream van in the background?
I don't
Any of
know.
your guns need oiling?
I don't think so.
You
Freudian
sure?
slip.
When Adam left, he said he'd be coming back with some friends.
Hello, Deep
I
Sixer.
know.
Hello,
I stopped at the
16.
Olive again to just
Hey,
now.
Deep
We're
Sixer,
in
how you
town
doing,
now.
sweetie?
Adam was there talking mighty
Deep
ugly
Sixer,
and mighty
type
big.
Neil Hydra in the
He's got
chat.
sizable falling.
When do you think?
Any minute now, Mr. Dillon. Want me to take Bob out of here to one of the hotels, maybe?
I want to see
Nah,
it.
I think you'll be safer here,
Stop.
Chester,
Don't take
behind
the
stone
kid to a
walls and
hotel.
arguing
He's
about
already
the
dealt
streets
with
rubbing
someone's
it.
stiff drawers.
Keep your head down, Sonny.
Right?
There's a...
You're gonna wear that kid out. What the fuck is wrong with you?
She ought to be in
Here, kid,
She
get in
cared
the
for
saloon
Clay
girl
Rowan
dress.
anymore. She
This
ought to
this
be in
boy.
black.
This show
Nah.
took a wrong turn somewhere.
I find her more beautiful all the time.
Matt,
What if Billy's a kid
have
but
you heard
psycho?
what they're saying?
What are they saying, Francie?
That you and me, that you made Pete Ziegler kill him because of...
I'm sorry that got back to you, Francie.
It's all over Dodge. Adam almost strangled me before they dragged him off.
Any of your guns need oiling? Are you hitting me?
Shut up, Ziegler.
Shut
Shut up or I'll put you to death.
Francie,
You sound
It's
like
okay,
that.
Deep Sixer.
crazy stories. They needed one.
Yeah.
And they
We don't care,
But
Deep
Matt,
Sixer.
everyone believes it. On my way down here, people were pointing.
I do have alert command.
Old women clucking their tongues at me. They believe it.
They'll forget it as soon as this is over. They'll
Oh, women
remember
clicking
the
their
They'll
tongues.
forget it as soon as this is over, just like my
Hold
ADHD
on,
and my
what's that?
chemo
Oh,
brain.
they should have
Woohoo.
done with even before
How,
the war
how
ended,
does that
before
kid now sound like a woman?
you even
I
met
don't know.
Clay.
No, they won't forget it. For the rest
He
of my
took his-
life.
he
As
took
long
his
as I
puberty
stand
blockers.
here,
Hold it a minute, Francie.
They won't forget it for the rest of
Yeah, that's
her
it.
life. Wow, okay, talk about not letting somebody live
What
something
is
down.
it,
Holy shit.
Doc?
Did you
Well,
hear the
Topsy's
pause
finished.
in her,
I
in
examined his
her
liver and
speech
lights.
there?
This
Yeah,
is
I heard
Mrs.
that.
Richards, Doc.
Oh, I beg your pardon, ma'am. I'm sure I have meant no disrespect for the...
Apparently, they won't forget it for the rest of her life, so I want to know what she did that they're not going to let her live it down.
I'd say it happened sometime yesterday. I'd say the cashier's bullet didn't go wild after all.
Probably all the farmhands is what she did.
She took off her
Wasn't
top
what
and went through
killed
town on a
Clay.
pogo
The
stick.
ball hit
Yeah.
the rib case and bounced off. 22 caliber it was.
See, bounced
And
off.
what did
Bounced
him
off? Wow.
was the stab in the back, right through the spine.
She locked herself in a stockade for 7 hours so she could take it from both ends.
Right.
It could have been a Barlow knife.
Thanks, Doc.
Please accept my condolences, Mr. Richard.
Little
You
did
call the inquest.
She didn't plan
anytime
ahead
you're
though
ready,
because
Marshal.
that stockade was
Chester,
right next to where they
close
lashed the
the
horses
door.
to the
Right?
thingy before they go into the bar.
I didn't shoot him.
All right, then you stabbed him.
I
Maybe
didn't
you
shoot
just
him. When they
never
first
carried
run in
on.
saying I didn't shoot him, you have to look for him because they might have shot him.
Francie.
Hold on,
Go
what kind of
home.
westerns do you
Give
watch,
matters a
Mitch,
chance
when
to
horses go
simmer
into
Matt,
bars?
I'm going to ask you for something.
I gotta tell you, man, it's
Yeah.
the Muppet Western.
Turn Pete Ziegler out into the street.
What?
Actually, it was Briscoe County Jr.
Francie, they're itching to get their hands on him.
Let him have him.
Oh,
It'll
that's
prove
his
that
dirt.
story's a
First of
lie.
all,
That you didn't
first
make a
of all,
deal with him.
it's the draws, then
Please,
the
Matt,
hotel. Now the
I have to
get the
live
hands on
here.
him.
Sammy, I have to live
He's
here.
got no chance.
Matt? Matt. Don't look
I
at me
can
like
still
that.
hear that ice cream truck.
Don't look at you like what? Like you gonna look, this is radio,
Go
woman.
home, Francie. Go home or leave town or hang yourself or anything you like. Just go away. Away.
Stinky
Right
whore.
now.
Ooh, she done
I
pissed him
bought
off.
me a bottle at the Alafagans, Mr. Dillon. Would you care for a drink?
No.
Yes,
Yeah, don't even keep a toll booth at your love tunnel, you
There'll be
dirty
others.
slut.
Funny. No, I missed that bell.
Why, yeah,
Awful quiet,
yeah.
ain't it? It's just
Remember my lines.
Just about on schedule.
So, Matt Dunn's a bit
You
of a
ready, Chester?
Yes, sir, Mr. Dillon.
cunt.
I use a shotgun if I were you. It's more effective when there's a mob to be dealt with.
Oh, yes, sir, I am.
Ziegler,
And you too, son. If
So that
trouble
means
starts,
it's
lie
got
down
buckshot
flat on
in
the
it
floor and
because
keep
nothing
your head
walks
down
away
all
from
the
missing,
time.
y'all.
Don't gawk to see what's happening. You understand me?
Yes, sir, Mr. Dillon.
All right.
Oh God, the kid's gonna be watching the massacre. Holy shit.
What do you mean, massacre?
Chester, I want you to stand here in the doorway after I go out where you can cover the back door and me at the same time.
Yes, sir, Mr. Dillon.
All right, Chester. Open the door.
Come on now. It's my duty to warn all of you that you're in the breach of the peace. I've
Breach
sworn
of the
to
peace.
uphold
You're
the
making
law.
too much noise.
I've killed men in order to do it, and I'm
Y'all
prepared
shut
to do
up
so
and go
again.
home.
Give us a Dutchman, Dylan.
Why does he sound drunk as a skunk?
Give us
I
the
ask you to
Dutchman.
be sensible and to leave quietly. But
What
if
is
you
Dutchman?
refuse to listen to reason,
What did
if
Dutchman
you
ever
insist
do to you?
upon
Let the
being
flowers die?
fools, if you've already decided to act like
Well,
wolves
you've heard
instead of
too much
humans,
hamster jam, haven't
and
you?
there's nothing
Yeah.
I can say to make you change your
Exactly.
minds. All right, you want Peter Ziegler? Well, he's not more than 20 feet behind me, so come on and get him, any of you. One at a time or all at once. Come on. Which
So
one
they
of you
all
wants to
come in
die
back,
first?
That's what
You!
she said.
What, that they all come out and come in the back?
You!
No, one at a time or all at once.
You, Adam!
That too.
Well, what do you
It's
say,
like
Adam?
die
You
trying,
let him
like
in, don't
stand
let this
still
star
so
on
I
my
can
coat
hit
stop
you.
you.
What the
Come
hell?
on. There,
This
I'm
is
not
where
wearing
Matt
it
Dillon
now.
discovers that there's such a thing as a
Well, come on, draw, Adam, draw!
Hey, that's not what a shotgun sounds like.
I think it is a euphemism. Bad.
Yeah.
You might be.
They're obviously on about the kid.
You all right, Mr. Dillon?
Obviously, they're not
Yeah.
happy because, you know, late that night somebody farted under the covers.
Man alive.
All right.
Oh, wait, that's a Dutch oven. Never mind.
Hold on. Marshall? Oh, don't tell me. Dutch.
Doc, you make one single funny remark and I'll knock you down. You just take him to your office and get to work.
Well, I never do mean to offend, Marshal. In my line of work, well, bodies, they're just so much lumber.
Make all the jokes about him you please, but not to me and not in my hearing. In my line of work, there's nothing humorous about death. Give him a
He'd
hand.
forgotten his
Chester.
lines there.
I can handle it, Marshal.
About
Thank you.
line
Thank you.
death.
Just the same.
Can you direct me to the marshal's office?
Yes, ma'am, right here. I'm Marshal Dillon.
Well, I left Cottonwood as soon as I got your telegram. I'm Miss
No,
Bobby.
that's not
Where's
what I
my
said. I
boy?
said
Oh,
about your
we have
office.
him, ma'am, safe and sound. Here, let me help you down. Hitch that horse, Chester. Right this way, ma'am.
Hold
Oh,
on.
I'm so sorry he put you to all that trouble, Marshal. The truth of the matter is, he's a wild one, and no mistake. Takes after his father, one scrape after
That's where they
another.
got the
He was
best
no trouble at all.
antiseptics.
I enjoy children. I like to have them around.
Yeah,
Bob?
oh,
Bob, your mom's here.
that could be taken so many different ways.
Son?
I enjoy
Chester,
children.
where's
I
the
like
boy?
having
Let him
them
slip
around.
past
What the fuck?
No, sir, Mr. Dillon. He never
Well,
got past
hey,
me.
he was on about,
The back door's open.
stiffing his
See, man,
was.
Right? That's what I was about saying. When he the
We'll
one
round
earlier
him
with
up
the
for
stiff
you,
drawers.
Don't
The
worry.
hell?
Oh, I don't know
Yeah,
why I
what
bother
in-
hauling him back.
And the salute.
If he's run away once, he's run away 1,000 times. This time he ran because I wouldn't buy him a gun. He wanted a real one. That boy's just gun crazy, I swear. I got him a
Boy,
nice
just
bottle of
gun
knife
crazy,
instead.
I swear.
reckon
I got
it
him a
didn't
knife
signify
instead?
all
What the hell?
through.
Barlow?
He's got him on Republican.
Chester, find that kid.
Marshal, has he done something bad with it? I told him to use it careful. He promised he'd use it careful.
You bought a gun-happy kid a knife. Okay, sure. Like, he's not gonna go out and do anything to
Try
anybody.
to bring him up right. I tell him to be good, but he don't listen. He just don't
Now,
listen.
calm yourself, ma'am. Just calm yourself.
Calm yourself, ma'am. You raised a delinquent.
Give it
Congratulations.
to me.
Yeah.
It's pretty heavy. You're better at knots than I am. Open it, will you?
From the moment he was born, he's been nothing but tribulation to me.
Now, please, ma'am. What's he got in it, Chester?
Shirt, stocking, piece of sausage, and this.
It's a missing
44
gun.
double action.
Yes, sir, Mr. Dillon. That's Clay's gun. Sonny didn't manage to keep it long, did he?
Well, if he wants a gun that bad, he's bound to get hold of another one somewhere, somehow. Chester,
Okay,
call
so the
Mr.
kid killed the guy, and it wasn't the Dutchman who sounds like a
Hey!
Mexican.
Hey, Mr. Hightower. Come on over. Mr. Dillon wants you.
Marshal, could I have please a drink of water?
What? Oh, Ziegler. I forgot all about you.
You forgot all about the dude you had in the hooscow the whole time. Okay, what the hell?
Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Mr. Hightower's first name is Ziegler.
There we are. It'll be safe
Ziegler
for you to go
Hightower.
home now.
Don't say that
I can
fast.
go back by the phone.
Yeah, that's right. I'll send for you for the trial.
Oh, Dankeschön. Dankeschön.
Dunkischen. Wait a minute, that's German.
Excuse me.
Isn't Dunkischen German?
Yes, Marshal.
Mr. Hightower, it appears that we can do business after all. Get some paper and a pencil. I want some notices printed.
Fire away.
Wanted for murder.
Wanted for murder.
What's the boy's name?
Bonnie. William Bonnie.
William Bonnie.
William Bonnie.
Age 12. Height about 5 feet. Hair light, eyes blue. I don't suppose he's known by any other name.
I know. Everybody just called him Billy. Or the Kid.
Also known as Billy.
William the Goat.
Also known as Billy the Kid. A pause between Billy and the Kid. And that concludes Gunsmoke. Billy the, which means, somebody arrests them and they're like, well, what do they call you? Billy the Kid. Oh, okay, this is you. Nope, that's Billy the Kid. I'm Billy the Kid. There's a difference.
That's Billy, that's the Kid, and that's William the Goat.
Right. I just use some people, I swear to God. Okay, so the next thing we have on the agenda today, making sure it's up there, it is.
We want Gildersleeve. We want Gildersleeve.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Who's we?
Yeah, who's this we?
Gildersleeve was the character.
I'm getting kicked.
The character Gildersleeve sounds like he's a Batman who enjoys his time with young boys too much.
Right?
It's the sound of his voice.
Right?
Yeah, but less of the Batman bit.
What?
Yeah, he sounds exactly like what people used to say the original Dr. Smith was.
Yeah, kinda.
I can see it. So, next on the agenda, you have this nice couple up here on your screen. That is Fibber McGee and Molly. Fibber McGee and Molly, from 1935 to 1959, was a long-time, highly popular husband and wife team radio comedy program. The sitcom was a staple of the NBC Red Network from 1936 on, after originating on NBC Blue in 1935.
Hold on a minute, Maddie. Yeah, you said that a bit fast, so to me it sounded like you said the NBC Red Network.
Red Network.
I'm just wondering why NBC had different networks devoted to a different Power Ranger.
I don't know. I would have to kind of look that up. I have no clue.
What the hell is it with her eyebrows?
Okay, so one of the most popular and enduring radio series of its time, it ran as a standalone series from 1935 to 1956. And then continued as a short-form series as part of the Weekend Monitor from 1957 to 1959. The title characters were created and portrayed by Jim and Marion Jordan, a husband and wife team that had been working in radio since the 1920s. It featured the misadventures, It featured the misadventures of a working-class couple, habitual storyteller Fibber McGee, and his sometimes terse but always loving wife Molly, living among their numerous neighbors and acquaintances in the community of Wistful Vista. As with radio comedies of the era, Fibber McGee and Molly featured an announcer, house band, and vocal quartet for interludes. At the peak of the show's success in the 1940s, it was adapted into a string of feature films. And also, yes, if you pay close enough attention to the dialogue, either Fibber McGee or Molly during the episode actually do an ad.
Yeah, I was going to say it, but I thought better of it because I realised I'd be wrong. They didn't look very working class, but then again, back then, people, even working class people, when not at work, would dress in suit and tie.
Yeah. Green Badger, Fibber McGee, sounds like an honest guy, don't he? Fine, upstanding individual, pillar of the community. So, we're going to start out with the first episode was actually like some sort of audition. So, we're actually starting with episode 2, which aired in 1935 and is titled The Motorcycle Cop, The Judge, and Fibber.
Welcome to World War II radio.
Right?
With 1920s music.
The music has me angry.
The music makes me want to go and play theatre.
It's like someone's playing the banjo of bagpipes in my ear. And a harmonica.
The makers of Johnson's Auto Wax present a new show featuring Rico Marcelli's orchestra, Kathleen Wells, those two Harmaniacs, Ronnie and Van, and starring
Harmaniacs?
Green Badger, remember to buy war bonds.
That's Mary Fisher's motorist, Fibber McGee, with his constant companion and severest critic, Molly.
Brought to you by Captain America, punching Hitler.
Every night.
Well, what are you doing, Fibber? Will you stop rattling that script in this microphone?
This ain't a script. It's a road map.
A road map?
Yes. You see, this here map shows Route 42 and Route 16. Molly wants us to take Route 42, but I claim that 16 is more smoother, more straighter, more faster, more... McGee?
This is a road or a cigarette.
That sounds more like he's got Viagra.
Rip for her pleasure.
Well, 42 or Route 16, Marcelli and his men find it all smooth sailing when assisted by those surf-riding serfs from the surface stations Dust-Off and Brightscape.
Wow, they haven't put the sound balance up there, have they?
Lots of music in this one.
Music's loud, you can barely hear that. We're trying to bring the 20s back!
Right. Badger, dude sounds like he's about to find gold in them thar hills. Hey NBC, is this a TV show or a concert? Fuck. Oh, they're singing.
God, it's a fucking musical.
What the hell kind of singing is that? We've got to sing quietly, otherwise we'll upset the neighbors. You remind us all that we would need to live in the 30s.
Yeah. I had no idea this episode had this much music in it.
People wandering around going, oh, wish somebody would invent real music.
10 minutes later, they'll get around to the episode, I guess.
This is the episode.
Sorry, Rich.
Did they expect people to fucking dance and anal sex in the goddamn living room?
I know what's going on right now. That was the real shit.
Oh, I get it. This is the Lawrence Welk of comedy.
No, that was the road trip montage.
And now we find Fibber and Molly McGee chugging down Route 42.
You're right.
They're chugging down Route 42, are they? A drink.
How do you chug a road? That would be a little gritty, wouldn't it?
I think it's a drink.
McGee, do you hear that? You mean that number
think it's a
3
camel.
coming there? I know. I told that fella back there to adjust the plugs to the thickness of the dime, but...
Why does that car sound more like a galloping horse?
I mind the time. I don't
Apparently a
mean
cylinder.
Because the Foley people in the studio found their coconuts.
Listen, would you? Don't look back.
How did you get a coconut? They're tropical.
You will go through a red light, will you, McGee? Just I tell you, that light wasn't lit, Molly. Yes, and my Uncle Tim wears the collar, but he's no hard.
Oh my God! The police siren. That sounded like a slide whistle.
Hold on, we're being stopped by a novelty whistle from a box of Cracker Jacks.
We're being stopped by a little child with a novelty
Don't
whistle.
worry, Molly.
Green Badger is the horsepower.
Keep away from me, kid. You bother me.
Nice cool evening, ain't it?
Yeah. But it'll be warmer any minute. Or maybe Or maybe the cooler for you. Now, what's the idea of passing the red light back there, huh? What's your name? What's your license number? Where you go? Where's your city sticker? What's the idea, huh?
Answer them one at a time, McGee, starting with the red light. Remember? Listen, officer. Don't get flipped. My name's McGee, and I'm president of the ITCIOPUSC.
Don't make me angry, Mr. McGee. You wouldn't like me.
Which means
When I'm
international tourist camp inspectors of the United States and Canada. Right. I know some pretty big
Don't make
men
me
around
funny.
here.
You wouldn't like me when I'm funny.
Judge is 6'3".
I don't
Now
like you
follow
now.
me and no bunkie business, yeah?
I gotta tell you, I take issue with Fibber McGee's hair.
I take issue with Fibber McGee's show.
Oh, great. They're bringing in helicopters.
This show is about as funny as Monday and Matthew the musical.
July? This here's April.
Well, no one's crying yet.
In the 90 days, it'll be July.
Give it time.
The worst drag show you ever took your kids to.
Oh, Molly.
The Monday
Ain't
night
that
musical,
serious?
that is.
I tell you, that red light wasn't lit, and I'll plead this case till the cows come home.
Okay.
Well, the cows won't be in the jury, dipshit.
Considering the fact that he lives in the suburbs, the cows will never come home.
Listen well to the judge's gavel, McGee. It's the only knock that ain't a booth.
What accent is
Silence in the
that?
court.
I don't know.
Officer, what's the man
That's
charged
worse
with?
than the
Passing up a
Irishman
red
in
light
the
at the
green
junction, Your Honor.
Your Honor, the light wasn't lit.
Silence. That don't make any difference, Your Honor. That light ain't working right. But it's a red light, and he should have stopped her. That light ought to be fixed, Schwartz.
Schwartz, is it? And me wasting me sweet Irish miles on a guy named Schwartz.
That's Irish.
Quiet, madam. What's your name, defendant?
Why does she sound like...
Fibber McGee, Your Honor.
Why do the both sound like they're on helium?
One of the oldest and most respectable...
All right, never
Well,
mind. I realize that it's
Sounds like the last place somebody with the name of Fibber would like to be is in court.
on all motors. And it is
What is your name,
obvious
sir?
that it's red
McGee.
light.
Fibber McGee. Okay, right.
Now, what
We
do you
find
say,
you in contempt of court.
McGee, it is. And I got this here to
Feels
say.
like my first husband's
I'm a
last name
law-abiding
was
citizen,
Lawless.
and that there red light wasn't lit. If it had been lit,
Well,
I'd have
the
known
first
it was a
name
red
Lucy.
light. But a red light that ain't
Nope.
lit ain't a red light. On account of because the light that ain't lit ain't a light. And if it's got to be lit to be a red light that ain't lit, then it ain't a red light. If a red light is the kind of a light a red light ought to be, it'd be a lit light, not a dead light. A dead red light
Oh,
is no more a
God,
red
I
light
hate
than a lit
myself.
light is a dead light.
I
And
can't
I
just
claim
follow
that
what
any
he's
time
saying.
my headlight sees a dead light, red light, or no red
I'm
light,
gonna go-
and
I'm
I
gonna
ride
go
right
shoot
by the light,
myself now.
I'm in my right. Come on, Molly.
no one knows what you just said, motherfucker.
He basically said that if the light wasn't working, then that doesn't constitute him blowing through it since it wasn't working
He's
at the
actually
time.
right, though. That's the
Yeah,
horrible thing.
yeah, that's the thing.
What are you doing back here? Last time I
His argument is sound.
Yeah, it just went all the way around the world to get there.
Of course his argument is sound. It's a radio show. He can't be showing fucking captions from Danny.
Right.
No rattler could rip her, no python could nip her.
Oh,
for she
God.
was the last word in class. Sweet Frosty Farmer, the lovely snake charmer who fell for a snake in the grass. She shunned all the geezers on the flying trapezes and let all the acrobats
Lord, is
pass.
that singing? I don't think that's
But
singing.
Sweet Frosty Farmer, the lovely
It's not
snake
talking
charmer
either.
went boom
Nope.
for a snake in the grass. Take it away, Molly. He didn't care for his flying.
Oh my God, she's worse.
Oh, my ears! My ears! My ears!
Oh my God, the only thing worse than this is Ethel Merman.
She flittered and fluttered at each word he uttered. The scoundrel had plenty of
Good
breath.
God.
But when they started
I swear to
shifting,
God, the later
snake
episodes
started
weren't this
shifting.
musical.
For him was a snake in the
I didn't have a headache until she started singing.
This
Oh.
is,
Had slapped her on
now you know where I'm coming from, don't you?
But Sweet
Yeah.
Frosty Farmer,
My
the lovely
cunt
snake
is lying
charmer,
on my
was
lap,
choked
cringing.
by a snake in the grass.
My dog is spared the fakes. I have my gaming headset on.
Can I hear your dog trying to close me out the door?
The lovely snake charmer was next.
She's
You
asleep.
know,
Carry into it, Molly.
you know you found bad singing when your pets are looking at you like you owe them an explanation.
Lord.
Come on now, Molly, the old smouse now.
Ah! Ouch!
Jesus,
That
lady.
hurt. That hurt.
I
Gosh. Jeez. Can't sing and I listen to death metal on a regular basis. Good one, Badger. Good.
Oh, God. Who are these people applauding?
Ladies and gentlemen, we have just heard two tone-deaf people try to do a melodic song.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the gimmick here is we need you to applaud, and we're going to help you get out of the draft.
Right.
You can applaud for this singing.
Did you hear before they stopped singing the sound of machine gun bolts being drawn back?
My name is
Yeah.
Wilcox, Harlow Wilcox.
Oh, yeah. Well, anyhow, I don't think you're giving folks the right picture on the Johnston's auto way.
Oh, I see. I suppose you could do it much better.
Oh, he's got the slightest doubt of it, my boy. I'd make a kind of a
Now
story
he's
out
gone
of
from
it.
Irish to American.
Once upon a time,
He doesn't know what he is.
This
show should be called Identity Crisis.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
No, this show should be called Thankful.
The fuck?
Folks, once upon a time, there was two kids, Violet and Ray. You get it? Violet Ray?
Try again, Fibber.
Yeah, try again, Fibber. You
I
missed this.
don't believe you, Fibber.
That joke was so bad, Batman didn't even get it.
I'm changing my perspective on Gildersleeve.
Buddy, correction. His joke was so bad, Batman refused to get it.
Okay.
There's a bright gleaming job down there. Come on, let's ruin it. Hooray, says Ray. Okay, says Ray. And down they come, right onto the nice, shiny car. Because it's no use. After 10 hours, they give up. Why, shucks, says Violet. Making no impression. Ain't we got any personality anymore? And Ray just laughed.
So I take it no more Fibber McGee. So in place of Fibber McGee, we're gonna have Gildersleeve or something.
Yay, Gildersleeve!
There's got to be other options.
There's a whole bunch of other options for sitcoms.
Gildersleeve's got the music name.
And Ray just laughed and said, for being so ultra.
That's how they did comedy radio back then. They
Fanfare.
thought of a funny name and that was it.
And bad trumpets.
Yeah, obviously. And tone-deaf people, according to this one.
Oh, I've worked out why the audience are clapping.
No, you know what happened?
What?
I've worked out why the audience are clapping. You see, what they've done is they've put the microphone to the audience in a different
Well, you certainly
studio.
spoiled my story, Fibber, so I'm going to ask Marcelli to give me
No.
some
What we're failing to grasp is that the studio audience in the show are the same people who vote on the Oscars.
I've heard this tune once in one of
Are
those
we following the 7 birds through a meadow?
I don't know, but it seems like every time they do something, there's music. It's like, the fuck? It wasn't that much. In later episodes, it was just them at home and all the situations happening while they were at home, so there was a lot less music and a lot more shenanigans.
The music lets us know it's funny.
No, the music's so you can go and have a crap. Which the writers obviously put all over the script.
This is why they came up with public domain, because no one wanted the rights to this shit.
Yeah, not kidding.
We can only go so far.
This is the time period where people go, oh man, I wish somebody knew it television so we don't have to put up with this crap anymore.
Yeah. This show led to the invention of hallucinogens.
Or earplugs.
Two things can be true.
This show is why the Allies and Germany got together and started World War II.
Probably. But God, we need something else to do on a Thursday night.
Yeah.
This show ain't quite that. Let's start
This
a
show is
fucking
why
war.
Japan bombed Pearl Harbor.
Japanese emperor, you motherfucker!
Right?
Of course, that's just another one of my cartoon accents, because I can't do that accent worth a shit.
Oh, you motherfucker!
Green Badger next, a musical number from our all-Negro band.
Oh, shut up. Let's check the, we're not even halfway through.
Right?
I want to kill myself!
In 1932, the suicide rate sharply inclined.
Because everybody had to listen to the music of Fibber, McGee, and Molly.
Oh, thank fuck for that. Oh, no more music!
Well, ladies and gentlemen, now that I've considered it, that story that Fibber McGee told you about Violet and Ray wasn't such a fairy tale as it sounded. Johnson's Auto Wax does protect your car so that the ultraviolet rays of the sun cannot destroy the finish.
Johnson's Auto Wax does protect your car.
Against the onslaught.
Actually, no, it doesn't. It eats the metal and you're left with a pile of rust.
Before you wax your car, of course, you'll want to take off all the old grease and dirt.
Yeah, Professor Othello's lip balm, because everyone needs a softener for their herpes.
Easiest cleaner you ever used, and it positively will not hurt the finish.
Needs a softener for his hair.
Right?
Will make your
Have
car
your herpes been softened?
Johnson's Auto Wax will keep it that way.
Have you hugged your herpes today?
The neighbors will actually believe you have a new car. Drive into a service station.
I doubt that wax will make me think my car is brand new. But thanks for adding that extra shellac of bullshit on top.
Or if you
Professor
prefer, you can easily wax your own car.
carrot
Thousands of owners are doing it. Just ask your regular
Apparently,
dealer or
thousands of owners are doing it.
Johnson's Auto Wax
When they should be waxing their
and
car.
your dealer, by the way, will give you free a can of fine quality auto enamel for touching up
Fine
worn
quality
or rusty
auto
spots
enamel.
on your car.
Bum-ba-da-bum.
But more about this free offer later. In the meantime,
Hold on.
I'd like to present
What if
Miss
Otto
Kathleen
doesn't want
Wells.
his enamel
And
being given
personally,
away?
ladies and gentlemen, I think the S is on the
He might
wrong
want to
end
use
of
it for
that name
something.
because
Yeah, I hear
certainly
Germans like to
is
maintain,
Wells.
like to
Miss
retain
Kathleen
their
Wells.
enamel.
Okay, so when this show's over, everybody gets a choice as to what they want to hear. Like Sherlock Holmes Spice, anyway.
What do you want, Fibber?
I want to hear Fibber McGee getting tortured to death.
I get it.
Stretch it out, Molly still in the bathroom.
What you gonna sing for me?
That's it.
Well, you
Are
ought
you
to
sure
know
you
because
don't
you
want
know
to come onto the panel?
Heavy period this month. Stretch
it
out. Fibber McGee, come with me.
Yeah,
God,
she was a
they're going
poet
into
and
the
didn't know it. She was a poet and didn't know it.
Here we go again.
Where are they going to the fucking orchestra pit?
I don't know.
Is that what they call her cooch?
I don't know.
You get in there and you hear echoes of old bad music.
Oh Lord, she's trying to sing again.
And it sings.
Right, I'm muting the stream.
You got a singing cooter.
Well, it sounds slightly better than her mouth, so I guess it's a bit of an
Hello,
improvement.
but a rainbow. Assholes sing.
I'm singing
If you're over the rainbow, take out your limpy thing.
I've forgotten the words, so I'm making my own up.
Brought to you by Professor Fritz's mustard gas for all your trench clearing needs.
Good one, Badger. Good one.
I am really glad they didn't include any of this on the Fallout 3 soundtrack.
You know, the cool part is we now know what it sounds like for a female goat to get sodomized by a zebra.
Wearing a zebra wearing a strap on.
With a harmonica stuck in its throat.
Yeah, I heard the garage door.
Yeah, you know what happens is this is when the space aliens landed and translated the language of the bagpipes.
Isn't the hey, hold on. Isn't she the singer that killed the Martians in Mars Attacks?
This is why Orson Welles did War of the Worlds.
No, this is why Orson Welles did drugs.
Yeah. Oh, when did the Munchkins come out and kick her ass?
Green Badgers is brought to you by Professor Mustard Gas for all your trench cleaning needs.
Wow, are you behind the times, Batman?
Yes, I am.
Pretty sure Molly's singing was banned by the Geneva Convention. No, I think this is how she summons her flying monkeys.
No. Hey, forget waterboarding. This is what they use in Guantanamo Bay.
Oh, God. War crimes indeed. This is rendition done right.
Hey, there's an idea for a dark situation comedy. Guantanamo Bay.
This was such a big crime they couldn't even make a joke of it on Boston Legal.
This is the part where they actually played the bell orchestra, right?
Kelly, with the help of a vocal triangle, finds that love is just around the corner.
Now the problem is that the real problem here is this is coming out of the vaudeville days where you had to do every kind of performance if you were on a stage.
Yeah.
Then they invented radio and they couldn't do the goofy dancing. So they had to do the shit music and bad singing.
Joking apart, a couple of things. This is old-time radio, plus the recording of deteriorated from what?
Oh yeah, see, this is the who is the it's the transvestite comedian. What's his name? From the UK.
Eddie Izzard.
Yeah.
You can have him if you want. We don't like him.
I certainly don't care. But he once talked about the old comedy stylings where it was either him or a comedian named Miller, not Dennis Miller, different guy, who pointed out, they used to do, the vaudeville comedy was very much, they'd get up there on stage, let me tell you the story about the man in the van. Vans are really funny. They'd use that little stupid singing bit as a segue to a joke, but they're not even doing that here.
Nope.
Before you continue, Mitch, thank you, Maddie.
Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay.
God.
Our next one, even though I already have the episode down.
There's no story is the problem with Fibber, McGee, and Molly.
Yeah, that's the problem.
At least not yet. I mean, yeah, like I said, I think they're coming out of vaudeville and...
They're finding their way.
Yeah. Yep. If I'm going to be honest and serious about the thing. But
musical interlude is so they can put more kibble in Molly's bowl.
Most of the comedy acts from like the 70s and the 80s in the UK, they'd come from like doing the British version of the music halls and stuff. And in fact, most of the comedians that are coming up now, really, they've done like working men's clubs and stuff like that before they get. But they're usually the good ones. The ones that go straight to TV generally crap.
Yep. God, I can't remember the comedian's name, the Miller person. But he played Edwin Poole on Boston Legal.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. It's completely off topic. Let's move on.
All right. So the next one is going to be an episode of Sherlock Holmes. However, this is going to be the panel and the audience's choice as to which version. And if you're wondering what I am going to read or what the hell I mean by which version, it's the one that I picked for today, which is supposed to be the Sarusi P, was stories of Sherlock Holmes ran on South African Springbok radio in the early 1980s. It starred Graham Armitage as Sherlock and Cary Jordan as Watson. Watson is no longer the bubbling, mumbling Watson of Nigel Bruce. These stories do not attempt to stick to the original Conan Doyle canon. And the other one, 52 shows from the Mutual Broadcast System radio program starring Basil Rathbone as Sherlock Holmes and Nigel Bruce as Dr. Watson. The show was sponsored in 1939-1940 by Grooves Bromo Quinine and later enjoyed the extended run as The New Adventures of Sherlock Holmes under the sponsorship of Petri Wines. These recordings are of varying quality with most of in the good... What? I'm trying to read... Any version without Molly singing. Okay.
Yeah, Larry Miller.
Oh, Oh, I'm gonna have to come back and
Sorry.
screen cap that and put that on the community thing for like the comment of the
Logic
stream.
should be in here instead of us.
As shit, yeah. These recordings are varying quality with most in the good to very good sound range. The files have been tagged with the most accurate information available, and each file name begins with the original broadcast air date. So, do you want
Yes.
Carrie Armitage and Jordan as Sherlock and Watson, or do you want Rathbone and Bruce?
Basil Rathbones.
Okay.
I want Brett and Hardwick.
I thought you were going to say Fibber McGee there.
No.
Oh hell no! They'd find a way to mess it up if it was Fibber McGee.
I'll settle for Rathbone.
Funny thing is, Basil Rathbone used to play Sherlock Holmes in the movies, right?
Mhm.
And the only time his Sherlock Holmes were crap was when they were doing the anti-Nazi propaganda movies.
Oh yeah.
Okay, there is no picture for this one because every time I say open the full-size image, I still get this white bar in the middle of this black background, which is going to show up in a little bit. Okay, and Green Badger says Rathbone. So Rathbone and Nigel Bruce it is. What?
Hold on, isn't that's not a white bar? I think that's actually the fuse from Mission Impossible.
Could be.
All right, so let me come over here and
Let's
add
see
a
if
text
with
to
a
it.
match shows up.
All right, here we go. Let's see. Joel. Oops.
Oh, not the missing submarine plans. That's got to be the play on the Bruce Partington plans.
Huh?
Well, I'm playing them in order so I don't forget what order I'm playing them in. If
Who's
that makes
playing
any sense.
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, Sherlock Holmes.
Alright, impact, and I know you need... I'm trying. We gotta get this, boop, and then we gotta shrink this because this does not have a picture on it. So I'll have a picture the next time we air one. There we go! Now we have text.
Okay, Badger, yeah, fair enough, but what about Mission Inappropriate?
Okay, so the first
that brings us back to Drag Queen Story Hour.
Right, let's not do that.
Would be better if that font, instead of being left indented, was centered.
Okay, yeah.
Who cares?
I'm just honest about
Well, if
Batman, for fuck's sake.
Okay, Spud, I'll change it just for you.
Well, fucking out loud.
Okay, as soon as I get to the
that
alignment.
sounded better than Fibber McGee's Irish.
Oh, no kidding. And all I did was replace all the U's for double O's.
Right? Okay, there we go. Now we're going to center it there. And now we're going to do this. Okay, so the first episode in this particular series is The Adventure of the Missing Submarine Plans. So now I'm going to hit play and we're going to listen to Basil Rathbone and Nigel Bruce.
The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, starring Basil Rathbone and Nigel Bruce.
Hey, I already said that.
Yeah. Copycats.
Quit trying to steal my job.
Oh no, they got a trumpet with
the makers of Grove's bromoquinine tablets bring you another adventure of Sherlock Holmes with Basil Rathbone as Sherlock Holmes and Nigel Bruce as Dr. Watson.
We already got that.
The makers of Harry's
is a miserable
heroin
thing.
cough drops.
A cold may become a dangerous thing. Even a so-called light cold can take a serious turn.
As opposed to a heavy cold?
Be decisive in your treatment of a cold. At the very first sign of a cold, take Grove's bromoquinine tablets.
Put your kids up in
Bromoquinine
minutes with
tablets
Harry's
quickly
heroin
check
cough
the
drops.
symptoms of a cold.
Right.
Quickly relieve the distress of a cold.
Curare
They give you
tablets.
speedy
Guaranteed.
results which are very important. Don't monkey
How are you
around,
feeling?
you can get
Distressed.
such
I
a
have this damn
dependable
cold.
preparation as Grove's bromoquinine
I thought he was going
tablets.
to say, don't monkey around with AIDS.
And now, here we are again on our usual visit to Dr. Watson. He's waiting for us in his study. A cheerful blaze crackling
The Adventure
along.
of Sherlock Holmes with Basil Rathbone.
Hasn't the weather been atrocious today? I was beginning to wonder if you'd be able to get here tonight through all this fog.
Yes, it certainly is what you Londoners call a regular pea super.
Yes, indeed. It reminds me of the adventure of the missing submarine plans. The case that was solved in the underground.
Underground?
What you Americans call a subway.
Yes, but what has a solution in a subway got to do with
You
a
don't
foggy
shut up,
night?
I'll play good ass.
See, the
You'll be
affair
underground.
started in weather exactly like this. It was the third week in November, the year 1895 to be exact. On Monday, a dense yellow fog had settled down upon London.
So long he's forgotten how
On
to do it in the
Thursday,
shots
it was still there, thicker.
Picture this.
and murkier than
Sicily.
ever.
Oh, sorry. Wrong show.
At first, Holmes had turned his nervous energy to cross-indexing his huge reference books. But when, after
That's
pushing our
euphemism.
breakfast chairs
As
back
opposed to
the
a regular sea
fourth
pooper.
morning, we saw the greasy brown swirl still drifting past the windows. Holmes's
Speaking of
patience
a brown swirl.
Uh-oh, here comes the transition.
Things got interesting because the music said so.
And then somebody killed the
Holmes,
organ
if you
player.
must pace around in circles, I wish you'd change directions now and then. You're making me dizzy.
Bah, it's inexcusable, Watson. Inexcusable. No initiative, no imagination. Nothing ever gets done.
If you're alluding to the inactivity in this last session of Parliament, my dear
No,
Holmes,
I'm
Speaking of our
alluding to your
lawmakers,
voice. You're
Watson, but of
fucking
our
as
law
fuck.
breakers.
He's referring to his
Criminal,
sex
that's certainly
life.
a dull fellow.
what makes you say that?
Well, look out of the window. Ideal weather for committing a crime. The criminal advances on his intended victim practically unseen. He pounces and disappears into thin air.
There have been numerous petty thefts. I
Fucking
believe.
Captain Kirk, at it again.
Pickpockets, ragamuffins. What's the country coming to?
Pickpocket Kirk.
Now.
What's the country coming to? I need a good old... I'm bored. I need somebody to kill somebody.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Hudson's knocking. Excited. What's up, I wonder? What is it? Oh, it's a
What's up, you want?
Yes, sir.
Very well, thank you.
Oh, what's it say?
Oh, wait until I open it, can't you? Ah, dear me, what next? Most unusual, Watson, most unusual.
What's most unusual, Watson? What's it say?
It's a fly
No,
from the
it's
local
from my brother,
Chinese
Mycroft.
restaurant.
You remember him. He helped us solve the case of the Greek interpreter. He's coming here.
Why not? What's
This
so
is
phenomenal?
the
Why
private
not? Why not,
show.
indeed? It's as startling as it would be to meet a tram car coming down a country
Still
lane.
up
Yes, now I come to think of it, Mycroft is rather like a tram car. His rails lead from his Pall Mall lodgings
Oh,
to the Diogenes
God,
Whitehall.
Mycroft's a
That's his
trammy.
circle. I wonder what upheaval could have derailed it.
Doesn't the telegram explain?
A
It
derailed
says,
trammy.
Must see you about Cadogan West.
So does
coming
that
at
mean he
once.
walks crooked or what?
Dagonwit?
Yes.
Why, that's the young
Yes.
chap
He
who
walks
found dead in the
crooked or what?
underground on Tuesday morning. I remember reading about it in the papers.
Oh?
The young man had apparently fallen out of a train and killed himself.
How the... Oh.
He hadn't been
Okay, he
robbed,
didn't
for
fall out.
no
He
reason to
jumped.
suspect
You just
violence.
don't fall out of a train
Quite
to
an
kill yourself. You
uninteresting
jump.
case, if I remember
And
correctly.
yet,
No, but he did fall off
serious
the
enough
train.
to cause Mycroft to alter his habits. No, Watson.
I'm sorry, I've
This
seen
would be
this
an
episode.
extraordinary event. Do you recall any other facts
Me
of
too.
the affair?
Yes, I
Yeah,
didn't
like
think
said,
that
it's
there
a
was
private-
one unusual
It
bit
is
about
private
came
like
out of the
Sherlock Holmes,
inquest.
isn't it?
They were unable to ascertain at what
Well, I was
point he
right.
entered the
It's a-
train. His ticket was
It's a
missing.
secret submarine, whatever they're calling
Articles
it.
were found on the body.
With midgets.
Yeah, it is
£2.15,
the
I believe
Bruce
it was,
Partington
a
papers or
checkbook
plans
and-
or whatever
Oh,
the
yes,
fuck
yes,
that-
yes.
that,
Two dress circle tickets for the Woolwich Theatre. Dated that
whatever the
evening.
fuck the
Here's the
title of that
ticket,
one
eh?
was.
Then it wasn't suicide.
Yeah, like
He
I said.
had his rail surgically removed.
Evening on which he intends to end his life. Anything else?
He got railed.
Packet of technical
Derailed.
papers.
Technical papers.
Technical
What kind
papers,
of technical
as opposed to
papers?
normal papers with no technicalities in them.
Hold on,
As serious as
testicle
that.
papers.
What did the young man do? Where was he employed?
He was a clerk
Yes,
at
they're
Woolwich
used to
Arsenal.
absorb
Government
moisture
employed.
on a
There we have it,
on a
Watson.
warm day.
British government, Woolwich Arsenal, technical papers. That's why Mycroft is involved in this affair.
I don't understand.
No, I suppose not. Watson, have I ever told you what Mycroft is?
Your brother, of course.
No, Watson. Do you have to be so dense? I mean, do you know what he
He's
does?
a trans lesbian.
You know, just once in one of these episodes, I want Watson to go. The only reason I'm dense is because you're being obtuse.
It would be more accurate to say,
Yes.
in a way, that he is the British government.
Or,
But his position is unique.
or if
He
he
made it
would
for himself.
backhand the hell
He has
out
the
of Holmes for
tidiest
being
and
a
most
cop.
orderly brain of any man alive, with a great capacity for storing
He's-
facts
Holmes isn't
and
even
giving
being a
them
charming
the proper
cunt.
interpretation.
No.
The conclusion
Well, I
of the
mean, he
story
is
is
supposed to be, what is it?
accountable to him.
A high functioning
Again and
sociopath
again,
or
his
something.
word has decided the national
Right.
policy. He thinks of nothing else. Nothing else can lure him from his
He was
contemplations.
also,
Yet
yeah, a
he's
lot of
coming
people
here.
obviously
Yes,
are.
Jupiter
Sherlock
is
Holmes was
descending
gay.
on us
No,
today.
he was
What
asexual.
on earth can happen?
Watson, that
Yep.
sounds suspiciously like a bad pun.
Except when it came to
Here he is, if I'm not mistaken.
Irene Adler.
To speak for himself. Come in, come in.
And that's largely because
Hello, Mycroft. What's up? What's up? You look
he
flustered.
stirred something in
Most
him
annoying.
that
This was
he
Sherlock.
doesn't
Most
normally...
You know
It's
how I
because
dislike
she
altering
was
my
an
habits.
intellectual equal.
Extremely awkward for me to come away from
What?
the office, particularly with
She was an
Siam, this
intellectual
present
equal, I
state.
believe.
Yes.
Dear me. Yeah, sit down, Mycroft, sit down. You know Watson, of course. Yes,
How do
of
you
course. I'm trying to find a chair that I can trust to hold me.
I'd better take the sofa. You certainly haven't got any thinner.
I've never seen the Prime
Whoa,
Minister
fat shaming.
The Admiralty is buzzing like an upset beehive. You know anything about the case?
Good heavens, Mycroft, you look positively Schumer-esque.
Just what were the technical papers found on the body?
Holmes was on coke. Of course, he was an asshole.
So loud.
Yeah.
Those papers which the wretched youth had in his pocket were none other than the plans of the Bruce Partington submarine. The submarine which would completely revolutionize naval warfare. The most important papers in our government are...
And you lost them. Congratulations, you're incompetent.
Could they be removed from the office. Even the chief constructor of the Navy was forced to go to Woolwich if he desired to consult them.
And yet,
Hillary Clinton for safekeeping.
Of a dead junior clerk in the heart of London. Yeah, from an official point of view, it's deplorable, my dear Mycroft. Simply deplorable.
You may laugh, Sherlock, but this country won't be safe until they recover.
I thought you said that they were found in the pocket of this chap, Cadogan West.
10 papers taken from Woolwich. 7 were found in the pockets of Cadogan West.
In more than one drug.
3 are still missing, the 3 essential ones. To
There
recover
was a
those
7%
3 papers
solution of
is
cocaine.
imperative. The peace of Europe
He would
depends
often
on
be found in the
That's the
opium
problem,
dens.
Watson? Why did Cadogan West take the papers? How did he die? How did his body reach the
My
place
question
it
was, how was he allowed to
Where
take the
are
papers
the
with
missing
nobody
papers?
realizing he
Find
took
the
the
answer to
papers?
those
That would be the
questions,
question I would
Sherlock.
ask.
You've done
The
your
fuck?
country an invaluable service.
Why don't you solve it yourself, Mycroft? I believe you could.
Possibly. But it's a question of digging out details.
As far as the
Give me
morphine,
the
I
details and I can
almost
give you the
wonder
solution
if
from an
Holmes
armchair. No,
would steal the morphine from Watson.
Cross-questioning railway guards and lying on one's face with a lens to one's eye. No, that's not my
I don't know,
nature.
Watson was pretty put off by it
Your
all.
figure prevents your
Yeah,
taking
but
such an
it
undignified
wasn't illegal
position,
back
eh?
then.
Very well.
True.
Leave that part of it was, eh, Watson?
Right, you are.
Good. I've got a cab waiting outside to take the place where the body was found. I can give you the details on the way.
Another American trying to be English. I mean, even when they do good instruction, which admittedly he was doing, they flip.
Now, Mycroft. Who was the official guardian of these famous papers?
No less a personage than Sir James Walder, a gentleman who's grown
I mean,
gray
I
in
say
the
not to
service.
toot my own
His
horn, but,
patriotism
you know,
was
when I
beyond
finally
suspicion.
recorded that
That's
first
if I'm not
Victoria
mistaken.
episode, at
It
least
was
I
his
made it a
brother.
point to stay in
He
character.
was the house of Admiral Sinclair at Berkeley Square during the whole of the evening when this accident occurred. The Admiral vouches for it.
So, you know, but,
He's
well, I
one of
mean,
the two
it's
who have the only keys
vo
to
most
save it.
people
If
would
he was
probably
very
think the
evening,
voice
right.
acting
His
isn't
key
hard,
to
because
the
all
very
you gotta
key
do
room.
is, you know, read the lines. No, you gotta read the
man with
lines
the
and
other
sound
key?
like somebody that's
Senior
not
clerk,
you, and
Mr.
that's not
Sidney
easy.
Johnson, man of 40, married, silent, morose, an excellent
Generally,
service
you don't
record.
have
Any
the
alibi?
cues
He
that
too
you
had
would
his
see
key with
with
him.
acting,
Seems
like
to have
in
spent
front
the
of
evening
camera.
playing a game of drafts for the green grocer around the corner from his lodgings. Of course,
And
he
he also
has only the word of this green grocer to back him
Oh,
up.
come, my dear Mycroft. No class discriminations, please. The word of a greengrocer is often just as good as that of an admiral. But what about Cadogan
Yes,
West?
don't discriminate just because he's not making as much as an admiral. Shut up!
He was next to Sidney Johnson at the office. His
You
duties
sounded
brought him
like
into daily
Brian
personal
Plum
contact with
there.
the plans. No one else ever had
Mycroft, you idiot!
Perfectly clear, he must have taken...
Ah, not so fast, Watson, not so fast. Who locked them up that night?
Not so fast, Watson. Apparently you're moving faster than Holmes, which is a miracle.
Oh, yes. There's no doubt that West could have got several thousands for them very easily.
And yet, only a small amount of money was found on the body.
Perhaps the buyer took it back after he'd murdered West.
What puzzles me
bloody
is
yo-yo,
how
he
did
is.
West obtain possession of those papers? To do so, he must have had a false key.
Several false keys, Sherlock.
Well, if the key was false, how would he get in the room?
Well, several false keys.
No,
then.
false key was Fibber, McGee, and Molly
West
singing.
did take the papers and went into town.
had a false
On the
key
way
for
back
his
to
false
Woolwich,
door,
where he
didn't
is
he?
hoping to replace the papers, he's killed and
All right,
thrown
I'll
into
drop
train.
the accent.
The spot where the body was found is considerably past the station
toilet
for London
paper,
Bridge, which
did he?
is the route to Woolwich.
It's interesting.
With second-hand
Also, if young
toilet
West did make
paper.
an appointment with some foreign agent to sell the papers that night, why didn't he keep the evening clear? Why buy 2 theater tickets?
Wasn't that,
Exactly.
wasn't that popular?
Furthermore, he actually escorted his fiancée halfway there before he disappeared.
Blind. That's what it looks like to me.
Why did he take the papers at all? Why not copy them out in the office and sell the copies?
God, a
He
young
certainly had
Daniel
plenty of
Craig on the
opportunity to
track,
do
sir.
so. And why the absence of his underground ticket?
Perhaps the ticket would
Why
have
the
shown us
absence
which
of his
station was
underground
near the
ticket?
agent's
Because he
house.
lost it.
So the murderer destroyed it.
Good one.
Because he went by Hackney carriage.
And yet, I wonder.
Well, here's the underground station. The railway authorities have sent a man round to show the exact place where the body was found.
You want to change your mind and come with us?
It was found all the way across the track, all the way down the Euston.
Okay, serious question here before I continue the episode. Here they keep calling the subway the underground. So if the subway is the underground, did it eventually evolve into being called the tube, or is the tube something completely different over there?
It eventually evolved into being called the Tube. It's still called the London Underground. The Tube is a nickname.
Ah, okay. Just wanted to know.
I should expect more on your efforts. Never expect too much, Mycroft. Never expect too much.
Somebody quick, kill that clarinet player.
Before we follow Holmes and Watson into the mazes of the London subway system, I have a word of advice. Every year, colds cause a lot of sickness. Every year, they cause a lot of expense.
Oh, we're back to the heroin cough drops again. All right.
No, the cold.
The cold seriously. Always treat it earnestly. At the first
As
sign
opposed
of
to
a cold,
unearnestly?
Take Grove's bromoquinine tablets.
Bromoquinine. That's a mouthful.
Famous relief for the distress of a cold.
Yeah,
their efficacy has been fully established.
Yeah, this is from back in the days when they thought heroin was a mouthwash.
Right.
They don't waste any time. They don't pull any punches. They quickly relieve the misery of reduce the fever of the cold.
To remove your cold.
They knock your ass out so you don't give a shit you're sick. That's the whole point.
Thousands of people depend on them as their relief.
Thousands of people.
No other preparation enjoys
Professor
greater
Othello's
than bromoquinine
sugar
tablets.
water guaranteed to cure a cold in 6 weeks.
And at the first sign of a cold, take Grove's bromoquinine tablets.
Think about that.
And to continue the advertising for this channel, Mitch, once again, throw your link into the chat. Tell people, how often you upload.
I upload when I upload.
Okay.
There.
Gotta keep this going.
No,
Yep.
it's because, look, it's hard to find. A lot of the news stuff is just repeating that the COVID reaction was bullshit.
Yeah.
And we all already know that, so I don't do as much news commentary. But when it comes to entertainment, I still, for some reason, cling to something that I'm interested in watching and want to see and end up liking, rather than just tearing down the latest Star Trek.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Brought to you by Dr. Woosie's Kids Chewable Morphine.
Now with 20% fewer splinters.
All right, and see, the only reason I'm not, promoting my stuff is because it's rotating on the screen. So anybody looking at the screen can actually see I'm sort of silently promoting myself. I was being sneaky. All right, now I'll continue with part 2.
You told us, so that's not sneaky.
Get them at any drugstore, a few cents a box. Ask specifically for
Gromo. Drugstores are only a few cents a box.
Bromo, B-R-O-M-O. Quinine, Q-U-I-N-I-N-E.
Can you imagine how much you could buy if you took $10 from today and went back then to buy shit?
Yeah.
The down payment on a fucking house, man.
Right.
The Ponderosa.
This way, sir. Step right along the tracks. It isn't safe.
I can't really do got the accents, Albert. Do me best,
sir.
sir.
That's all right, sir. There won't be another for 5 minutes anyway.
Where's Dick Van Dyke when you need him?
Well, at least he's giving it a shot.
All right, Mary. How's it going?
Fine on its face it was.
Why, some people are making an honest attempt. Other people just start out good and then it just goes down the shit.
In his hands when they found him?
Almost impossible for a natural
spread out as if he
English
were
person
protecting himself.
to
what you might
impersonate
call
Dick Van
relaxed.
Dyke's Cockney accent.
What time did all this happen?
See, I had to listen to more Cockney in order to get mine
as
like
near as we
right.
can figure passed along here about midnight.
One of the best English accents I've ever heard was Robert Downey Jr. when he did the Charlie Chaplin movie.
There was a passenger to
See,
Aldgate
I
on
never
the
watched that
ordinary
movie. I need to go back
train.
and watch that.
About 11:40 it was. He said he'd heard a heavy thud.
But I remember doing my Gloria accent for Irate Alex, and he said I sounded like Thatcher. Or at least a reasonable impression of her. Yeah.
Yeah. When you did your Gloria accent, did they have your number? Did they know the illnesses which you were living under?
Oh, good Lord.
An indication, Watson, merely an indication. Unique. Perfectly unique. And yet,
Perfectly unique.
why not?
Unique.
I don't see any indications of bleeding on the line.
No, sir, there wasn't any to speak of.
But I understand there was a considerable wound.
The bone was crushed right enough. Holmes, You hear that? It's a train. It's coming this way.
Run, sir. Run for your life.
Yes, this one. Where?
Up ahead. There's a place where the train switches
Oh,
off.
fish and chips, cuppity crumpet. See
Wait,
how
wait,
English
wait.
I am?
Yes, we will. Faster, faster.
Yeah.
Oh, here comes the train now. We'll make it. We'll make it. Ah, Justin, Watson, for the love of heaven, you're on the wrong track.
So the question becomes, do you save Watson, a baby, or 5 adults from being hit by the train?
I'm just going to sit and watch.
Who would be saving Watson?
My
Be
knees
the
are still
equivalent
shaking.
of, you
Look
know,
at the shoulder
saving
of my
5
coat where you
adults.
pull it there.
I say fuck
Lucky
it.
thing for you that I did.
Where are we off to now? In
Well,
this park?
seeing as this is being
Yes,
told
it's a nice
by
afternoon. Suppose we
by
pay a few
Watson,
calls.
you don't save
I
Watson.
think
you
Sir
don't
James
call
Walter
it
claims
the
our
paradox
first
of
attention.
time.
After that, we
Right.
might drop in on Miss Westbury.
I say fuck it because I'm on Professor
She is
Othello's
Cadogan
Darwin
West's fiancée and the
Construct.
last person to see him alive.
Holmes, we seem to be going around in circles.
You got
We've
me
accomplished
going
absolutely
in
nothing
a
so far
circle.
except to get ourselves nearly
I
annihilated in the
prefer
underground.
I
After
prefer
all, it's
Dr.
perfectly obvious the young man had a quarrel with someone, in all probability the
work too.
agent, to whom he sold the papers, and got
you know,
himself thrown out of
in
the
a
railway
different
carriage
way.
for his pay.
I disagree with you, my dear Watson. His body fell from the roof of the carriage where it had been placed.
Body fell
Cadogan
from the
West
roof.
met his death elsewhere.
The roof of the train?
Consider the facts, Watson. A.
Oh no.
The curve in the tracks. The body is found at a spot where the train pitches and sways as it comes around the points. B. There was no ticket. C. There were no signs of bleeding on the line because the body had bled elsewhere.
Of course. Everything fits together, but
D.
where was
There's
the
no
body
room on
placed on the train?
no room
I think I can make a fair guess of that, my dear Watson.
Top of the train and the roof of the tunnel.
Here we are.
For a human
This
being.
is the famous official villa of Sir James Walter. And that, if I'm not mistaken, is his brother, Colonel Valentine, just coming out of the house.
What's the matter with him, Annie? He looks positively haunted.
Oh, pardon me, Colonel Valentine, but can you tell me if Sir James is at home?
Sir James, sir? Sir James is dead. Good heavens, dead? He died this morning. It's terrible.
Oh my God, there's 2 deaths.
He fell off an underground train.
Scandal. My brother, sir, was very sensitive of his honor. He couldn't survive the disgrace to his department. It broke his heart. Pardon me, gentlemen.
Oh, he died of a broken heart because somebody fucked up in his department.
No,
How altruistic.
Development. Eh, Holmes?
I wonder if his death was natural, or if the poor fellow killed himself.
Well, from what I heard in those days, the poor fellow would have probably killed himself.
Probably. He was disgraced and thus pulled a seppuku.
Yes.
Or committed seppuku.
Tell Miss
Or
West
how are
that
you
Mr.
supposed to
Sherlock
pronounce
Holmes
that
would
word?
like to see her.
Shot himself
Please
in
come in,
head.
gentlemen. I'm Val.
That's
Mr.
messy.
Holmes. I've been expecting
Only
you
on
ever
one
since
side.
I heard you had taken the case. Please be seated.
Well, thank you.
Oi, dead!
Mr. Holmes,
And
we-
he's
we
also
must
no
say
longer
his good
alive.
name. He couldn't have done it. Cadogan was the most chivalrous, patriotic gentleman on earth.
Good heavens,
He
they've
couldn't
killed
have
him
done
till
it.
he died of it.
He was the right hand off all of
Apparently he
them,
was
so
quite
take
cold as
secret
well.
Yes, we are
Thank you, Mr.
Midnight in
Walter.
Exile. We're listening to
I
Sherlock
can't
Holmes right
explain
now.
them.
Indeed.
Was he in need of money?
No,
Mr.
well,
Holmes.
watching
His
golf.
wage was simple and his salary very good. He'd saved several £100s. We were to be
Several
married
£100?
this new year.
I see.
Several £100.
Had you noticed any signs of mental excitement?
Why,
Mental excitement.
Well,
No,
that
but
is-
I've
Countess
noticed he's
Westbury,
got
be
an
frank with
erection
us.
and he's still sleeping.
Mr. Holmes.
Right?
That night I had a
Yeah,
feeling that
it's
there
no
was
big
something
erection.
wrong.
We put a flag on it.
Tell us about
We
it.
love
be
them
fair,
too.
Midnight-
That's why we make fun of
Well,
him
I was
Midnight.
Yeah, to be
It was
fair,
a fortnight,
Midnight, this
you
is more of an
remember?
MST3K
Yeah.
kind of operation.
Our way took us close to his office.
Unfortunately, this one doesn't have a lot we can actually make fun of.
Worried.
Nope. There's got to be at least one every program.
There's that damn orchestra again.
Yeah.
I think
The orchestra did it.
They seem to be in a dour
You
mood.
haven't said
Right?
a word for the last 5 minutes. Have I said or done something?
Of course not, silly. It's just that I've got something on my mind.
Oh, why not tell me about it? Perhaps I can help.
It's no
Because
use,
it's
Vi.
quite
too
indecent,
serious
my
for me
dear.
to talk about, even to you.
it's too serious.
Yes,
We're talking about even for you.
Are you afraid of erectile dysfunction?
When you're cooped up in that building all day.
Nope, I
You know
thrive
you're
on it.
not going to be jealous of the building.
Well, not really. But it is funny to think of a husband having secrets he can't tell his wife.
Mighty important
Well, it
secrets
depends on the
from you.
secrets.
I've got
There's
a...
one in particular that any foreign
Oh, it
spy
seems,
would
Miss
pay good
Dixon,
money
I've
to get hold of.
acquired a horny boner.
I
don't
know what his
know.
secret is that he
Awfully
can't
slack
tell his
about
wife.
some things over there in that building,
He's
Violet.
really a woman.
Much too slack. It would be too confounded easy
we're
for
gonna
a traitor
drag
to get his
fucking
hands
that
on
into
those
this?
plans.
Why not?
Never mind, darling. I guess I'm getting a bit
And
melodramatic.
I use the word
There's something
drag
been
just
worrying
for
me.
fun.
Hello, what's that?
Yeah.
What's what?
Over there, that shadow moving along the side of the building.
Hey, this is Sherlock Holmes, not the Shadow. Knock it off.
So that's it. I always suspected.
What's the matter?
Stop
You
crossing the
look
streams.
What's wrong?
Stay here, Violet. There's something I have to find out. Stay here.
It's an orchestra.
There's that hum again.
Yep. It's suspenseful.
Sherlock Holmes in the case of the Phantom Orchestra.
Some of these musical cues sound like someone was testing car horns,
right?
For the best quality.
They were.
The shadow, this man moving along the building.
I'm telling you, this is not the Shadow. It's Sherlock Holmes. Quit confusing me.
But the night was so foggy, I can't be sure. But there must have been a man. Another man. It couldn't have been Cadogan. Surely character goes for something.
Hey, you wish it was another man, lady.
Come on, Watson. We must return home. I'm expecting
horny
an answer
sex
to some
pervert.
telegrams I sent to Mycroft earlier this afternoon. We've done enough for one day.
It was obviously Billy the Kid from the other show.
Oh my God! Crossover. Wild West and Sherlock Holmes.
Holmes, where have you been all day? You left this morning before I was up. Now you've come home with your towel around.
It's all right because he traveled by musical interlude.
Yes, I've had a bit of exercise, my dear.
You could say he traveled by the speed of sound.
Would have done you good to go along. Investigating the premises inhabited by foreign spies known to have been in London on last Monday. Mycroft sent me a list of them. Took a bit of doing, too. Climbing walls, breaking into cellars, prowling around rooftops.
Well?
I discovered there was only one residence which had the proper facilities for disposing of West's body after the murder.
Well, whose residence was that?
It belongs to a Hugo Oberstein. The address is 13 Caulfield Gardens, Kensington. The gentleman himself has departed for Europe.
Gone, has he? He took the plans with him. It's too late.
Not necessarily, Watson.
What can we do now?
We're going to keep a rendezvous with the gentleman who stole and sold those plans.
I mean, clear voice, right?
Mr. Oberstein's house this
But he
evening
spoke
at 9.
so fast. You
Yep.
understood what he said, but by the time you speak, you couldn't remember what he said.
Hugo Oberstein's desk.
Like the FedEx guy on the FedEx commercials.
The Daily Telegraph Agony
Yeah.
column. First one says,
I'll have to take your word for that
comprehensive
one.
description must have full report.
I'll find a link to one of those and give him to and shoot it into the Discord when we're done.
Piero, indeed. Sounds like a Mardi Gras.
Read on, Watson, read on.
Second goes, matter presses must withdraw offer unless contract completed. Piero again.
And the last, dated Monday, the day the crime was committed.
Monday night after 9, 2 taps, payment in hard cash. I say, do you think it was something
1,130 feet per second is the speed of sound. It's also 760 miles per hour.
Piero was Oberstein himself. Yep. You'll find out for certain this evening. I've invited the gentleman who sold the papers to meet us.
These days,
I
travel mainly at the speed of fart.
Today's Daily Telegraph. Tonight, same hour, same place, 2 taps, vitally important. Your own safety at stake.
You know, they get a great burst at the beginning and then it just sort of dissipates and infects everyone's life.
Oh, unless, of course, you go past somebody with a light.
Take this package for a change. I've been carrying it around all day.
What's in it?
Oh, just a jemmy, a dark lantern, a chisel, and a revolver.
Nice equipment for a respectable citizen to be carrying about the streets of London, I must say.
Yeah, you know, Watson, there are times when I suspect we aren't quite respectable.
All citizens. What the hell was that?
Out of tune organ.
That was a broken alarm clock.
It had to be.
So foggy. I shouldn't like to be caught in the act of housebreaking.
Yeah, no kidding.
That's a good one, Badger.
Scale that wall.
Come on, hurry up. There's no time to lose. Here, I'll give you a boost.
Yeah,
Come on, up.
Be careful.
That's it.
Badger, you might
Look out, here I come.
the arm of Gildersleeve.
Honestly, I kind of hope that everyone connected themselves up to her sound booth and started farting.
Light the lantern in the jemmy. One.
Like I said, the only person worse would be Ethel Merman, and we all know we don't want to hear her sing.
Mr. Holmes, the underground runs right past here, almost on the
With a
level
name
of the
like
window.
Ethel Merman, what else are you going to do with your life?
Right? Well, you know.
Yeah, the body was placed on the roof
He
of
was
the
never
train.
going to be a master detective.
Yeah.
Swim. You can see the soot is blurred with the rest
swim
of the body.
maybe.
And here, look. This brown stain is blood.
Nasty, Holmes.
1,450 frames per second
babe.
is the response time of a 357 Magnum. I know that's feet per second,
Easy.
but let me have my fun with the frames per second.
Supposing Oberstein should happen to return.
Hello, Ronin.
We must take our chances in this business. Come on,
Hello,
Watson, come along.
Ronin.
Our visitor will expect to be let in by the front door.
When he leaves, he'll be called Run Out.
I wish these stairs didn't squeak so.
Well, it wouldn't squeak so if you weren't,
Hey, hold on.
hefty.
Ethel Merman wasn't that the secret identity
Take
of
your
the
position on one
submariner?
side of the
I don't
door.
know.
I'll be on the other. We can punch on him when he enters.
Nope.
The only
Well, it
time
is
I've
in the
ever
new-
heard Ethel sing was in Airplane.
It might as well be in the new MCU.
There he is.
Yeah, I keep thinking of that bit too.
open the door.
Yeah.
You wanted me?
No, you don't. Take that.
I don't want it! Take it back!
Easy, Watson, easy.
All right, Holmes, I've got him.
Well, let's take a look at our cat.
Oh God, it sounds like a sodomy experiment.
Hi.
What do you mean,
Colonel
Stone's wife?
Valentine Walker, Sir James's brother.
Quite.
Well, I can't see it.
What have you to say for yourself? Why did you steal the Bruce Partington plans?
Why did you steal the plans?
Told you it was a Bruce Partington plan.
I know everything.
Because I was broke. It needed the money.
I'm not.
I know
didn't
everything.
realize it imposed
Sherlock
until
Holmes,
my
I
brother
know
killed
everything.
himself. But I needed
Well,
the
why
money.
do you let me get away with any
Overstein
card?
offered to give it to me if I'd let him see the plans. So you took an impression of your
Because
brother's
if he
deed,
let everybody,
opened the
you know,
safe
if he
and
didn't let
procured the
anybody
papers.
get away with
Let him
anything,
saw
we
you
wouldn't
leaving
have a
the
Sherlock
building,
Holmes
followed
series.
you here and you killed him. No, I didn't do that.
Seriously.
I swear I didn't do
wouldn't
it.
have anything to do on
No?
Sundays.
Right.
And perhaps you better tell us who did murder Cadogan West and placed him on the roof of the railway carriage. I'll tell you. I promise you I will. I did the rest. I confess it, but not that. Very well, then. How did it happen? I got the papers, as you've discovered. Made my way through the fog until I reached the door. Once or twice, I fancied I was being
So
followed.
he was the shadow.
I could hear
Oh, wait.
footsteps on the pavement behind me.
Now I'm getting confused again. Wrong show, sorry.
Who knows the secrets that evil that dwells in the heart of men?
Colonel
Cadogan knows.
You have the papers? Yes. Let me in, quick. I think someone's been following me. Yes, it's me. You can't do this, Valentine. It's treason. All right, you hear? No.
It's
you
treason.
can't tell the papers.
Where's the treason?
Papa Overstein, he knows how to use a blackjack, eh? You've killed him. So? It's
Why gotta be a blackjack?
Get out of
Why
this.
can't it be any other color?
I think different.
It's a jack of colour.
Come in here if you do not wish to taste the blackjack too. But
But you're supposed to hit people on the head, not make them eat it.
What can we do? We'll find the body. I have an idea. First, I look at those papers.
I went
take
to
the
the
ones I
Oxford
want
School
and
of
the rest
Overacting.
we put in the
Wait
pocket
a
of this
second.
foolish young man. And then we give
Is
him a
this the same
nice
guy who
ride
plays
on
the
top
Shadow?
of the
Ah.
underground train, no?
No,
He will be the guilty one.
I don't think so.
This is the
Who will ever know?
Gunsmoke. One who's got his accent right this time, doesn't sound like a Mexican.
What a thoroughly unpleasant gentleman. What a pity that he got away with the papers, Dr. Watson.
Oh, but he didn't. Overstein had left at his forwarding address with Colonel Walters.
I never
Gentleman
made it
sent him a
without
letter dictated by Holmes, saying that he had discovered that one essential detail
Oh,
of
it's
the
okay,
plans was
Pat.
missing,
You know, it starts
and
at
that he had
the.
procured a
Do
tracing
it after this is
that
over.
should make it complete.
It's okay. It happens.
And did Oberstein swallow
It's
the
the
bait?
Shadow
Did he
Lock
swallow
Wrath
it?
Holmes.
He was arrested and got off the boat at Folkestone.
Hello, Pat,
Some weeks
me
later,
old
I learned
butter.
incidentally that Holmes had spent a day at
Yo.
Windsor Castle.
We still got the
Returned
Shadow,
with a
Pat,
remarkably
if you want to
fine
hop in.
emerald typewriter.
Hold on,
The Shadow
Shadow
Pat?
Asked him
Pat.
when he
What's
got
the
to
Shadow
house
Pat?
that It was just a small present.
I don't know,
from a
but if
certain
Pat hides in the
gracious
shadow, can we see him?
little old lady for whom he'd been able to do a
I don't know. Is Batman a transvestite? Who knows?
I think I can
I'm not.
guess the lady's august name.
Oh, it would depend on the disguise you're wearing.
I see.
No.
Ladies and
wouldn't.
gentlemen, in just a moment, Dr. Watson will be back to tell us about next week's story. In the meantime, let us repeat. Watch out for colds.
Yeah, watch out for colds. Okay.
Yes, you can see them coming down the street. They wear red, bright jackets.
Right?
Indeed.
Holy smokes. Okay, so before we do our last and final episode, this is where I say that we do take requests. You can
No,
DM
I'm not
me.
gonna fuck off.
You can DM me through Twitter. You can go on my website, which is houseofgeek.net, and submit one through there, because I now have a form on that particular site where you can do your requests. Any and all requests for a radio show must be before the year of 1958, February 1st of 1958 to be exact, in order for it to be public domain, and so YouTube won't strike my channel, because I'm trying to avoid that.
When did you say that any requests have to be for?
Okay, hold on, let me...
Before 1958?
I believe so. Let me check.
So that means if you want to request a radio show, you're too fucking late.
Shut up. Till you
No.
don't mind Batman. Okay, so...
I know
Oh.
Badger would like to hear more of Molly's singing.
I was wrong. Okay. Let's see. Okay, anything produced or released prior to January 1st, 1978 is under the public domain, and that will be what it will be used on the show. So, any request prior to January 1st, 1978 will be played on the show. However, I've tried to play a couple of TV shows, and YouTube don't like that. So, we don't do any supposed public domain shows on the channel. We're just going to stick with old-time radio shows. So we can do anything from... I cover any genre, like mystery, suspense, horror, science fiction. I'm about to introduce a science fiction show next week. Probably spy shows and stuff like that too. Those are going to be included. Our staple that we always end the show with until we air the last episode is going to be the one you see on the screen now, and that is The Shadow, because one of our long-term friends that has been watching my show since I started this over on the news channel requested this, so we're playing it, and that would be Ghost Dog. So, yep. If you wish for your request to be prioritized, you can either tip the stream, become a patron, or go on Ko-fi and support me that way. All those links are in the description.
There is one other way you could get your request prioritized. You can be married to Maddie.
Well,
Brought to you
I don't
by
play
Hernia
favorites.
Moving Company.
Right? All right, The Shadow. The Shadow aired for 22 years, from 1932 to 1954, and followed the exploits of amateur detective Lamont Cranston and his companion, Margot Lane. Cranston learned the secret of clouding men's minds to make him invisible, allowing him to become the Shadow, and work on the side of law enforcement to prove to young and old alike that crime doesn't pay. Over the 22 years, Cranston was portrayed by Frank Readick, although none of his 86 episodes appear to have survived, the legendary Orson Welles, Bill Johnstone, and Brett Morrison. The lovely Margot Lane was portrayed by the exceptional Agnes Moorehead, Marjorie Anderson, Leslie Woods, and Grace Matthews. Unfortunately, only about 1/3 of aired episodes appear to be currently circulating.
Did she keep calling Lamont Cranston Durwood?
Yeah, no kidding. The I got to point out a problem with some of that. The crime doesn't pay. Then explain civil asset forfeiture.
Right. This show airs every Sunday at 11:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. That's 12:30 Eastern, and 6:30 for the people over in the United Kingdom. If you wish to be on the panel, I allow up to me and 4 other people, that's 5 total, to listen to and, heckle, because when you love something, you heckle it. At least I do, and my 2 friends on stream do as well. You need to be a part of the Discord in order to do that. If you are not, you can ask me. I can provide you with the link, or I believe, let me see if this works.
Yep.
If I can spell it correctly first.
Badger, it's actually whiskey and boobies.
That whole thing about if you love something, you heckle it is probably why I live alone.
Probably. Probably. So,
It's tequila.
as we are 3 episodes in already to our wonderful little podcast, episode 3 of The Shadow is titled The Bells of Naban.
Shadow's creeping around because of the music.
Yeah, but he's doing that like old-timey.
Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men? The Shadow knows.
Blue Coal presents The Shadow, the man of mystery who strikes terror in the very hearts of sharpers, lawbreakers, and criminals.
Dun, dun, dun.
Today, the Temple Bells of Naban.
Did he say that?
See? Everybody keeps taking my job. Didn't I already announce this?
Friends, if you want to be sure that the fuel you get to heat your home this winter is safe, healthy, and economical fuel,
Here comes the coal
then by
commercial.
all means buy Blue Coal, the finest of Pennsylvania hard coal.
It's gotta be coal, it's gotta be blue.
Has been colored a harmless blue at the mines so that you can recognize it at a glance. So take the guesswork out of your fuel buying. Get America's finest anthracite. Ask for Blue Coal by name. Order a supply tomorrow.
It's blue because of the Cherenkov radiation.
The bells, Shadow. The bells of Naban. They will reveal you.
Your first mistake, Scotty, and your last.
No, it is your mistake and your last. This is the end of your career as the Shadow.
Now you're going to be a new tale. Good thing
Oh, Margot, we make this a large evening. A couple of hours at the Club Caliph. Does that intrigue you?
Lovely, but not too late. I have an appointment at 10 in the morning at the Women's Club. They're trying to get some action on this terrible narcotic situation.
Yes, I read about that.
Stuff's being peddled all over town. They found school children using it, society women. Why, it's already caused a half dozen suicides.
Yes, I know. It's terrible stuff.
Oh, it needs the shadow to get at the bottom of it.
Yes, I know, dear, but for tonight, I do enjoy just being myself. Lamont Cranston, dilettante. Let's be the shadow, only in real emergency. You know, they tell me there's a lovely Indian dancer at this new club, Caliph.
Indian dancer?
Ooh, an exotic dancer. Wait.
No,
You
what he
know,
said
there's the place just there. Club Caliph, driver.
Yes, sir.
Okay, not that kind of Indian.
Perhaps. Well, here we are. All right, driver. There you are.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, that looks like young Jerry Gleason just going in.
Yes? How's that young man's father? I'd spank him and keep him home
Jerry
occasionally.
Well, son of a wealthy sire.
Stop being a pervert.
Yeah, let me have your coat. I'll check it with mine.
Good evening, Jerry.
Oh, hello, Miss Lane.
The father and sister well? I haven't seen them lately.
Yes. I'm sorry, but I can't wait.
Shadow knows.
I've got to see someone, and it's important.
Jerry.
What ails young Gleason?
I don't know. He seems awfully upset about something. He doesn't look well either. Pale and
I heard Molly singing.
Something curious about that boy. Well,
yes, he's wearing a dress.
It's called an erection, fella.
It's very unsheamy in a dress.
Yeah, just look at Michelle Obama.
There's someone getting up to
I'd
speak.
rather not.
Just in time to the main attraction.
Ladies and
gentlemen.
Yeah.
We take pleasure
Turns out Michelle Obama's been the big guy the whole time.
beautiful dancer of the Far East, Sadi Bel Ada.
Something or other.
There's other
The dance of the cobra.
The dance of the cobra, where she will stand still and wiggle.
No, he said the dance of the cobblers.
Look, isn't she lovely?
Yes.
Isn't she lovely?
No, she's got a face like a bulldog.
Taking a snake out of that wicker back.
A live
She's
coat.
got a
Oh, that's
mole
what
on her
she-
lip that looks like a heavy dog shit.
Oh, that's what they meant. Okay. She's playing a clarinet, and the cobra's going, "Hey, lady, your attitude."
Makes it sway to the motion of a hand. It's a form of mesmerism.
I swear I heard her say it makes her sway to the motion of a hand.
Yep,
They
he did.
undoubtedly have.
Okay, so somebody else is playing the flute, the clarinet, the whatever it is, and she's sitting there just waving at it, making the cobra go, "Oh, look, shiny things. I will follow."
Nice. Woman's what dancing, it's not actually dancing, it's singing. Stand still, woman, so I can fucking bite you.
She keeps looking over here, Lamont.
Yes. It's coming this way.
She keeps looking at Lamont. So if she's looking at Lamont, who's looking at the cobra? The fuck?
Oh, a bracelet.
Who's looking at Margot? Who's looking at the woman?
You know the tongue of Mother India, Sar.
Only enough to make a small prayer. Only enough for that. Sadi Bel Ada.
It is good sometimes to know a small prayer.
Just in case of an emergency.
It's good sometimes to know a small prayer. What kind of fucking Indian accent is this supposed to be?
In case you should meet someone who could destroy you, Sar.
She sounds more like...
Just what did you
She sounds more like apparently trying to do a Russian accent.
Uh-huh.
Hello.
He seems to know something about me.
I'm looking for a magic snake transfer to make my penis erect.
Enemy vessel taken. That's the accent! She's doing Mr. Chekhov's accent!
I'm looking for a nuclear vessel to find high energy full time.
Look, she's stopping at the table by the door. Why, it's young Jerry Gleason. She handed him
It's a young Jerry Gleason. Okay, what?
It just struck me, Margot. That boy's face.
It just struck me, Margot. Something landed on my head, and now I have a headache.
Copy of India.
Oh, but not Jerry Gleason.
That is not an Indian accent.
And our old friend Claire Gleason, his aunt, who's tried so hard to steer him straight.
That is what happens when you try too hard to do European accent when it is not European.
I did come here tonight with a vague idea
Well,
that
that's
this
great.
Indian dancer might have some connection with the thing. But her veiled threats and Jerry's interest in her...
This was a terrible Birmingham accent.
I'm telling you, man. Some of these people needed better voice acting.
Pay a call on Sadi Belada.
Or just voice acting.
On Sadi Barada.
I think the shadow...
That's not even a name.
She says Sadi Barada. He says Sadi Barada like the name from Young Frankenstein right before the horse neighs. Yeah, I forgot her name.
I actually heard the horses there.
Sadi Barada!
Can anyone overhear us here in your dressing room?
No.
Frau Brucher. That's what her name was. Frau Brucher.
Tomorrow is the day. The police are getting closer.
The police are getting closer.
Tomorrow night.
They're down the hall.
At 8.
Why am I speaking like I've taken a sleeping pill?
She is not afraid of the police.
I will talk to you later, but now... Oh, I have hit the snooze. It's not... Who stole my bologna sandwich?
I'm trying to keep away.
Why is the old woman scratching on my scrotum? Do not knock on my balls. No one will answer the door. I have early onset dementia, and I wish to find my Twinkies and Hostess cupcakes and ding-dongs and ho-hos and snowballs, because they all have a sexual connotation which I wish to explore in great detail. Get some energy in your voice, fucker! Sorry I had an episode.
I think that's how they were trying to be seductive. I don't know.
Where are you?
More like me.
Would you like to play with my vaguely interested penis for some time? I'm sorry, there's
really, man.
I would like to use... I would like to dip your nipples in inkwells and practice calligraphy. No, there's no seduction going on here.
No.
The shadow?
The shadow?
So it is
No,
you.
the light source. Yes, it is.
So Natasha Bednar showed up.
Oh, it is you? The shadow? No, it is I, the light source. Okay, what?
Oh, Boris.
Did you enjoy yourself tonight?
Dude sounds like he's on a morphine drip.
Do not bite down, Natasha. I do not like teeth marks in my teeth.
I have no fear of you, Shadow Side. I hold
lady,
a
shut
greater
up.
power. I hold the
Laugh
power
at her,
of
Shadow.
the temple bells of Nibbon.
Oh, she just threatened him with the bells.
Bells of Nabon, do you?
Yes.
Either you lie,
He's on a morphine drip.
Put your strength against mine, Whitey Fondy, and you will see how I desecrate that gift.
Yeah, instead of flipping on a light switch, I'm gonna play a bell. Wait, hold on.
I can kill you.
kill me.
She killed me?
Shadow,
She's going to kill him?
She's trying to do
Yeah, Ahmed.
I will drag you
Ahmed.
behind the boat, Shadow, you son of a bitch.
I will kill you with the bells. Because I'm too lazy to turn on a light switch.
Are you going to hit me over the head with them?
Right? Kill me, right?
You don't mistake my
Exactly,
voice.
baby.
When I
Silence! I kill you!
Sadi Belada.
He's laughing at her accent now.
Sadi Belada.
That's because his hat will always be cooler than her hat.
Right.
Well, what is it, Sergeant? Excuse me, Commissioner. Old man Gleason is outside and insists he's got to see you.
Gleason, you mean?
Old man Gleason.
The Shadow doesn't really
Hold on. A friend of the mayor.
Shall I let him come in? He just steals all the light bulbs.
This is unusual. This is an American who can't do an American accent.
The devil is this town coming to?
Well, if you'll tell me what you're getting at.
My boy is what I'm getting at. He's lying home there with the worst case of delirium tremens I ever saw.
Give him some of those tablets from the other episode. He needs some quinine what's-his-jiggers.
That's why he's having the delirium.
Is this what you came to see me about, Mr. Gleason?
It certainly is.
Well, I happen to have more important things on my mind right now.
Then you better get this on your mind, because if you don't, I'll see to it that there's somebody here who does, and I can do it. Good day to you.
Well, seems like this was a busy day, sir. What with drunken college boys and millionaires.
This is another of those, Commissioner Weston speaking.
Uh-oh.
Why, you...
What's so funny?
Chief, it's that asshole laughing on the phone again.
The Shadow has information that may help you.
The Shadow has information. Why are you
Speaking
referring to
about
yourself in the
himself
third person?
A drug addict.
We both had the same thought at the same time.
Flood of drugs.
It's annoying as hell. The Shadow has information. The Shadow is constipated.
Are you interested?
The Shadow has stubbed his toe.
The Shadow has a persistent and embarrassing itch.
Green Badger. Keeling me with the bells is fine, but if you get Molly to sing, then there's going to be trouble.
While we're waiting for the Shadow to return, I want to relay a bit of information I'm sure homeowners here in the New
She's
England
singing
states
again,
will
Chief.
find particularly interesting. When buying your winter supply of fuel, bear this in mind. Anthracite coal is unequal
The
for
Shadow
home use.
is suffering
It
an
is not a flashy
embarrassing
fuel that
drip
burns
from the
furiously for a little while,
dripping
then dies
tip
down
of his
completely.
penis.
On the contrary, anthracite burns
out
slowly,
behind that
steadily,
dirt,
evenly
so
all day long,
that the Shadow has
and so
got.
enables you to maintain an
He's
even,
using the
healthful
drip
room
as
temperature.
cream for his coffee.
That's why anthracite
You know,
is called
the guy doing
the
the Shadow
solid fuel
sounds
or
a little
solid
bit
comfort.
like Richard O'Brien.
And friends, remember this. Furnaces,
You've arrived
cook
on a
stoves,
rather
and
special
space
night.
heaters in this section of
It's
the
one of the
country
master's
were
affairs.
especially designed to burn anthracite.
You know, from the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Insist on anthracite, but get the best.
Let's
Order
do the
blue
time
coal.
warp.
It's America's finest.
Again.
Blue coal is mined by the Glen Alden Company,
It's
the
just
world's largest
a jump
producer
to the
of
left.
Pennsylvania
Blue
anthracite.
eye.
To guarantee you the greatest heating satisfaction at
Boy,
the
this
lowest
this
cost.
this is a
I
really
think
long
that I
commercial.
should get George to
Laboratory
type do
tested
the
for
Wizard
purity
once.
and
Just
no
up
on your
front.
side.
Lions and
So you
tigers
see,
and
friends,
bears. My
there's no
goodness,
need to
lions
take
and tigers
chances
and
on
bears.
unknown
Blue
fuels.
eye.
Order blue coal today.
No,
Just up on,
if
just up on.
George Takei is going to do the Wizard of Oz, I want him to be the Wicked Witch of the East.
classified
No,
telephone
he
directory
just goes up on
under the
all
name
my part.
Blue Coal.
There's an, if, you know, George Takei swimming in the Wizard of Oz somewhere. There's an asshole in the water.
I think it is my daughter.
Because he dresses weird.
Ooh, there's wind.
Wait a second.
How do we know? Because it's whistling.
Did the Shadow land on a Star Trek planet?
I don't know.
You hear, Margot?
Yes, I just heard Margot there.
The temple bells of Niban. Listen. 3 soft notes will strike, and then the spell will be broken.
So it'll sound like the NBC logo? Or?
In living color.
You were sitting in your apartment listening to weird temple bells. Where did they come from? How did you do it?
Not too difficult, Margot, dear. Others have learned its
After all, I am the Shadow, you know.
secret based on the phenomenon of telepathy combined with the old science of the yoga.
Because I'm going to steal the only thing that can
Oh,
actually
oh,
kill
oh,
him.
oh, look. He thinks there's an old science in yogurt.
If there should be someone
You're doing what, Maddie?
who could command the temple bells of
Huh?
Niban,
Oh, he stole the only thing that could kill him.
the shadow would cease to be.
Yeah.
The shadow.
The Shadow would be no more. It would cease to
Yes.
be.
All you need to see.
A former Shadow.
All you need for the shadow to see to me is a torch. Or a
Or
flashlight.
a flashlight. My magic invisibility, so to speak, dispelled by this greater power.
Stealing the light bulbs does not make you
I'm
magic.
not sure. Years ago, in India,
Oh God, we have to get an origin story?
keeper of the temple of the cobras at Delhi.
It's funny how, you know, everybody from India in this radio show is boring as fuck.
He taught them a mesmeric trick But the underworld...
I'm having a problem sleeping. Play the bells of Naban. I'll be out like a light as soon as they start having Indian dialogue.
So it was a mesmeric trick, as in Dr. Mesmer?
Oh,
is Dr. Mesmer Indian?
Buddy, if you keep playing the temple bells of Naban to go to sleep, all that will happen is the neighbours will be rotten from bed.
Well, they complain more if I will let Molly sing.
I'm not sure, Margot. I'm not sure.
But this worries me, Lamont.
Dr. Mesmer was German.
Don't worry
Could there
about
be an ancient German bell or something?
Yeah, but it's bigger and it's louder.
Shadow's power of mesmerism.
Drug traffic. Is young Beeson safe?
Yes, his father made him go to bed. They thought he'd been drinking too much.
Well, if it's time I got busy.
Have you found out anything else?
One or two things. In Sadi Delata's dressing room.
You weren't busy before?
I found a note signed by Captain Marlin of the freighter Albore Castle. I think there's
I thought you were going to say Al Gore there.
Right?
First, though,
no, the freighter is actually his wife.
Going to the zoo. Yes. Yes, I want to borrow a decorative little reptile from my friend the curator. He's usually very obliging.
Curator. Is that curator with the accent on the wrong syllable?
Yep.
Okay.
That's because people did actually speak different.
Snake.
Funny, Al Gore once took a Viagra, but the only thing it stiffened was his vocal cords.
Okay, Badger. I would no longer be the shadow and be able to speak at a normal rate. I'd be cursed to sound like Shatner on the original series.
Shatner never actually sounded like that.
Mistaken?
No, not really. His causing was...
I'm just picking. I'm just picking.
There was the yeah, we know.
Oh, I'm afraid the shadow this time will get beyond his depth.
We shall see, Margot.
Oh, God, why does the shadow sound like he's been exposed to kryptonite?
Sal will absolutely love it if I found out that the TOS, you know, the original series of Star Trek was actually in the public domain. Could you imagine heckling those things?
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be great.
It'd be better because I've got the digitally remastered.
I'll show them.
Well, the remastered versions could conceivably not be in public domain, while the original versions are in the domain.
Yeah, but we could actually watch them in Discord once sometime.
Yeah.
Jerry.
There's
You hear me?
Do you hear me?
I'm almost asleep.
My voice.
I would almost have to say. I want to try to do some of that on Rumble to see if they try to say it's not fair use.
Yeah.
Because we'd be analyzing as we went, especially with TOS.
Yeah.
And it would be like audio commentary.
Yeah.
So it might change the.
Awesome.
The thing is, we would have to pause it to, you know, do the critiquing.
And talk.
Not necessarily.
If you're talking over it, you're changing the content.
Yeah, we'd have to probably do it on Twitch though, because it wouldn't work on YouTube.
No, I'm talking Rumble.
Oh well, yeah, we can do that.
Rumble hasn't instituted the same kind of bullshit content ideas that YouTube has.
Oh.
Thank God for that organisation, because she'd almost had me hypnotized.
Badger. Ooh, spooky tone of voice.
And I know where he's going.
No, Badger.
Get word to Commissioner Weston. Time is short. I accept Sadi's challenge.
Yeah, we know.
Police to the freighter Albore Castle.
Who knew that Shadow's superpower was the inability to get to the fucking point?
Ready to sail. Hurry, Margot.
Yeah, you know, if we were all as long-winded as the Shadow has been in this episode, we'd be putting people to sleep too.
This is basically proving that the Shadow has the same power of invisibility as Drax did on the second.
Oh, Guardians of the Galaxy, yeah.
Yeah. It's depressing here in this cabin, Citadel.
I need it. Why do you tremble so, Alex?
I wish we were far at
I can
sea.
speak in a normal tone now, but I've still got a crap accent.
There are some notes was delivered to Papagi?
Yes. What was that?
There is nothing.
Oh, it's you, Captain. We are leaving, Captain?
Yes, we're getting underway now. We've got the boys stowed safely below decks.
And the rest of the medicine?
We got rid of that. What was left of it.
Where are they getting these accents?
I don't know. Out of their butt.
It's like dollar store accents.
Accents are
Oh, we're fixed whichever way the dice roll.
And after that, we live like kings without a care, yes?
Oh, you live like kings. I thought you were departing like kings.
Yeah, that's what she meant. They live like kings.
Who said that? I did, Captain.
Oh no, it or the shadow.
So you're the one with your crystal stalking magic, eh? I'll make a shadow out of you soon enough.
Not that way, Captain.
No? Here, lock that door, Max.
It is locked, Captain Martin, but the porthole.
No one can
I
get
wish the
through,
shadow had the Woody
not
Woodpecker
even
laugh.
a shadow. Save your laugh, whoever you are. We've got you. You're in this cabin somewhere, and this ship is
I wish the shadow had attended the argument clinic.
I think you may have made 3 mistakes, Captain.
No, I haven't.
One too many.
Yes.
Yes, Captain.
No.
But I do not make
Yes, you have.
mistakes, Star.
That remains to be seen.
No, it doesn't.
Ade Belada.
Then you will see.
The
And we can
transatlantic
articulate-
accent.
What do you want to do?
Yes, Daddy.
I call the temple bells of Niban, Captain. The shadow has the power to blind your eyes. A trick he learned in India from a yogi who was my uncle. But I have a better trick. When the last bell sounds while the sacred cobra dances, you will see the shadow only as a man. Be ready to shoot, Captain.
I'm ready.
And now, my cobra, to dance with the bells of Niban.
I wouldn't open that basket if I were you, Ade Belada.
You watch my pretty cobra, son.
Contains Girl Scout
He may
cookies.
find you even before the captain's bullet. You will die just
Cobra with the rabbit.
Dead cobras are better playthings than live ones.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Make your small prayer, son.
Shalom alaikum ra.
Kratu, Baradu, necktie.
Close enough.
And now, my pretty one.
Dingle bongle, dingle dangle, hickety dee, jickety da, ping pong, rippy toppy
Careful, Sunny Bell. The cobra moves towards you.
My own pretty cobra. He knows me. You hear the bells, Shadow? The temple
Have we not
bells
heard the
of
chimes of
Niban?
midnight?
I hear them.
Shut up.
When the last bell strikes, we shall see our
Scary, Badger.
prisoner.
And I am waiting for that minute. But Sunny, the cobra.
Look out, he's going to strike.
Alexis, something.
Quick, put the basket over Alexis.
Good heavens, Alexis Cobra's going to strike, lady.
Hold on. It's an Indian cobra. They're all spitting. Wouldn't you have heard?
The shadow
Tui.
warned you, Ade Belada.
You take credit for this too, do you?
It's a cobra, not a female
Sade should have known it was not
orgasmatron.
a cobra in the wicker basket.
It was my
It was mine.
and I'd used Viagra.
She's dead.
No.
That's what she gets for hanging out at those all-night wicker joints.
Right.
The police is ordered.
No, please, Captain Martin, you do not shoot.
You know,
Put the bracelets on both of them, Sergeant.
We'll let the police handle this. Here's Police Chief McNulty now.
all you have to do to feed those girls is wear earplugs.
This time the police were too smart for you.
Or sing over them. Get Molly in here. She'll defeat those bells.
No, if you've got Molly in here,
Thanks
Badger
for
would have
coming,
killed us.
Commissioner. You were very helpful.
You were very helpful. Wahaha ha 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 ha. Wahaha.
Yeah,
The
actually,
story you
you're not
have just
wrong.
heard is copyrighted
There's
by
also
the
the
Shadow
fact that
magazine.
accents have changed since then anyway.
Yep.
People did talk differently.
Yep. Yep.
I
Sure,
mean,
they stopped putting the word "c" at the ends of questions and sentences.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
You watch an English film from like the 30s, and they sound quite different to modern English people.
I can't get out there and run with the joggers, see? I've got an oversized scrotum, see? You know, that's what I mean.
Yeah, well, if you look over there, you can see.
Yeah. I mean, it's like
you know your alphabet. What's the third letter of the alphabet? C.
Right. Well, I mean, it was back then. You had, the most over the top, over exaggerated bull crap for accents, and some that were under exaggerated, like the Indians one we just heard in this radio show. Because you cannot tell me that they didn't over exaggerate Spanish accents and Scottish and Irish accents.
Oh, absolutely they did.
I want the green hairnet.
Because they think the audience is stupid.
Yeah, they do. They really do.
Not just because of that.
Hey, they won't figure out that Paddy McGee is Irish.
It's not just that. It's that there's no visual cues, so they're over exaggerating subconsciously.
Possibly, but
it's compensation.
Yeah.
But these things escalate because the voice actors coming up in that after these people would probably emphasize more as a result.
Yeah.
Because they think that's how it's
done.
And
eventually it would come full circle where nobody emphasizes at all and we're stuck with Brie Larson.
Yeah, well.
It is true.
Brie.
And Kristen Stewart.
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it, they're one
the unemotive.
Each of them, they're one what's that audio thing for singers? Auto-tune. Yeah, they're one auto-tune away from being Daleks.
Yep. So on my website, there's going to be a change on, let me put the link in the chat, because I still haven't done the programming for the next 3 episodes. I'm trying to do 3 episodes worth of programming at a time. That way you guys know what's coming up. If you guys want to keep up with that, I'm going to put it in the chat now. This is the direct link to the website.
Yeah, that way Badger can avoid Molly singing.
Yeah, like I said, if you want to place any requests, then you can place a request through the form on the website there. You can also request it through DMs on Twitter. If we're mutuals on Discord, you can do the same thing, DMs there. Any priority requests are for supporters of the channel only, whether it's one-time tip through the Streamlabs link or Ko-fi or Patreon. Anytime you request something, it'll be pushed to the top of the queue. Now, does this mean you have to pay to request something? No. It just means that if you support me monetarily, yours gets looked at faster than anybody else's on the list, because that's my way of saying thank you for supporting my channel and what I do.
And also, if you support her monetarily, you will get a signed autographed photograph of Ruby.
What?
Well, I am waiting on my refund, my tax refund check to come in, because half of it is going to go to the tools and stuff that I need to get back into jewelry making, and some of that's actually going to... No, I'm actually going to learn how to do metal stamping, so I can put some of my little self-made memes on like metal stamps for keychains and stuff.
I thought you were going to suggest that half of it was going to Ukraine.
Nope. No.
Well, if you're doing that, Maddie, you might want some you might want some dark dyes for your metal, because Green Badger will buy some because he's into dark metal.
Okay, very funny.
I'm gonna hurt you.
As originally stated, this stream is every Sunday at 11:30 a.m. Central, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and 6:30 out there for everybody in the UK. That's p.m. 1830, I believe, is the actual 24-hour clock denomination for the people over in the UK.
Actually, it started about 5:30 this time because we've been running for about 2 hours, correct?
Yeah. So you guys are back to the hour back thingy? So you're 5 hours instead of 6 now? Okay, you haven't moved forward yet.
Yeah, because it's 1941 now.
It is 1:41
24-hour
here.
clock, Mitch. 24-hour clock.
It is 13:41 here for me, so you're 6 hours ahead of me.
Because Mitch was gonna say, yeah, well, pretty soon we're gonna be joining you in the war.
So
I know how your mind works.
Join me next week with hopefully Batman and Mitch again. Same bat time, same bat channel for Old Time Media Radio, where we joke about, talk about the history of, and heckle our favorite radio shows.
Or even some not so favorite radio shows.
Hey, right. And as I like to say to my lovable misfits, be good, and if you can't be good, at least be good at it, and make sure there's no cameras around. Bye!
Yeah, go away.